beware that lurks in the dark. Come sing a song of winter. Rhyme of the Frost Maiden.
For who's hungover today?
I'm putting my hand up.
Yeah, me too.
Hands up for what?
Oh no.
I said hands up for who's hungover today.
Oh no.
Like, there's at least me and Simon.
Every day is a hangover,
Actually, I'm
isn't it?
just going to go and get some water back in there.
This is day 4 of R&R, so tomorrow's the laundry and chores day, and then back to work.
Ouch. That's got to be a little bit not
Or
fun.
I'll go out after this and
Or go out and do it again.
It's gonna depend. But yeah, I'll probably do that. The project I was working on is just wrapping up this week, so I'm moving on to another one next week. So I have no idea what I'm walking into. So I could walk in, exhausted and hungover and have nothing to do. I could walk in and just be slammed from 6 o'clock.
So many options.
I'll just work from home. Yeah. It's either got to be boring or not fun.
Oh no, it's got to be.
So how's your weekend going then?
Oh, mine's fine. Busy as hell, but yeah, always busy. Always busy. Nothing new.
Yeah.
There.
What's the meeting you got at 6 o'clock Monday morning?
Oh yeah, it's going to be a fun tender submission that got dropped on me at the last second. It's always fun.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, we'll see what I can pull together by then.
Why is it at 6 in the morning?
Because East Coast, and because we're West Coast.
Yeah, but
you can't make them conform to like 10?
Yeah, that's still only like
Apparently
8 a.m.
not.
over there.
Apparently not. I know, it's still relatively early for them.
Corporate psychopaths.
Absolutely.
At the moment, East Coast of it, New South Wales, it's 3 hours ahead of us.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
Only Queensland is currently 2 hours ahead.
No, it should be 2 at the moment, shouldn't it?
No,
different
daylight
places.
savings.
Yeah.
Forgot that word.
Queensland, it's 2 hours ahead. New South Wales, it's 3 hours ahead. I currently have about 5 different time zones I've got to schedule for.
To be fair, I only pay attention to Victoria. No, it's also 11:05 there. Isn't the Whitsun days in Queensland there?
Yes, they are.
I don't know. All I know is that
On Brizzy time.
Yeah, so that should be 2 hours. So it's still 8 o'clock in the
Still
morning.
8, yeah, it's an 8 o'clock start for those guys. They're psychopaths. They are psychopaths.
Early start time.
They're just so excited.
It's not. And my bosses keep doing that to me. They're like, oh, let's have a meeting at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, who the fuck does that?
Psychopaths who start at
These
5.
guys.
I started at 5 or 6. Like, I started at 5 or 6, and then I still don't want to have a meeting at 7. Like, that's when I'm getting coffee.
Like, there's
Guys in my office voluntarily start at 5. But it's so they can go home. They finish at 1.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
So one guy, he starts at 5, finishes at 4 or something ridiculous. 4 or 3.
And
Because
like,
he only works 4 days a week.
I was going to say, he does a 4-day week, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I would absolutely do that. I love doing long days and less of them. Because once you're already there for like 9 hours, 2 more hours isn't really that much. If you don't have kids.
That's, yeah.
Or responsibilities.
Or you just plain don't want to have to put up with an hour and a half traffic.
Actually, that's a fair call. For some of my coworkers, it's like, if they don't leave on time, it takes them an extra hour to get home. Like, fuck, you may as well just work the extra hour.
Yeah.
And then take that back somewhere else.
I don't tend to leave until at the earliest 6 p.m. purely because if I leave before then, it takes me nearly an hour and a half to get home, which is why
This
I
is-
can't wait to move.
This is exactly why I got an apartment in the city, so I didn't have to deal with traffic or anything.
I accept my fate with traffic and move on.
No, hate it. Don't want to deal with it.
Aw.
Oh no,
It's
I've lost my
one
water
thing to
bottle.
enjoy carpool karaoke, but not for an hour and a half.
You did karaoke for an hour and a half?
Yeah, essentially. I
Oh,
put on
the
the
car.
stupid playlist and just start singing. But by halfway down the freeway, I've had enough of it.
Aw. Oh, how's everyone else going? I can see.
I like to sing at work. It's the only good reason to work late.
Mm.
Isaac, how you doing?
Which carrot?
Same old, same old. I've been looking forward to this.
Oh yeah, this is going to be
Yeah.
fun. It is going to be
Good.
fun. Actually, you might as well start getting into it. I think we've got a full assembly, full house.
I think, yeah,
Never happens.
Just
Have we
missing-
heard Wayne talk?
He's there. I sense
When
him.
signed in,
I can sense him.
He's lurking.
just
Hold on,
quickly,
let me
next, just quickly, next week, are we doing Ring of Bones on Friday and then the in-person on Saturday?
No, week after.
Yeah,
In
the
person week after, on the 4th.
What day is it? Oh my god, it's only the 20th.
We're getting there.
Yeah. Okay,
Today is
no.
only the 20th, yes.
That's fine. It's a good thing I don't work in travel management.
Oh god,
You know,
yeah.
dates aren't important.
Or have like a rolling roster that you have to keep track of, like dates
Right.
and shit.
I don't. People tell me where I have to be.
Hey!
But
Moo!
if we do have Ring of Bones next Friday, I have my work Christmas party.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna be able to make that one.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Unless we can move it
It's
to
that
like
time of year.
Thursday or the Saturday. Yeah, no, like these corporate
Go.
people wanting to do Christmas parties on a Friday evening.
Mine's on a
Yes.
Saturday.
My
Do it on a
Christmas
Wednesday.
party's gonna be on a Friday.
Do it on a Wednesday at 3 o'clock and just give everyone a like early knockoff.
No.
We're booking out. We're in the process of booking our Christmas party, and it's going to be on the 24th.
Oof.
Yeah, because my company makes us work right up until the first public holiday, which is the Christmas day. So, and since the 24th is Friday, they're like, fuck it, we'll just have Christmas lunch from lunchtime on the Friday, and then everyone can drink until whatever time and leave.
Yeah, fair.
Having spent years working at Coles where it's closed for entirety of 2 days a year, which is Christmas Day and Good Friday, this just seems so typically normal, and I actually got a shock during my internship where they're just like, oh yeah, we're making you take the days off between Christmas and New Year's. And even this year, they're like, we strongly encourage you to take these days off. We encourage you to take 3 weeks off if you have over X amount of leave, sort of shit. They said this out in a full-on memo. They're like, if you have so much leave accrued, we encourage you to take off more time and basically not return to like the 10th of January.
Yeah, it's usually anything more than like 8 weeks.
Yeah, it's purely because I don't like you accruing leave.
No, I work with someone, he's got something like 6 months worth.
Yeah.
He's got long service and everything.
So
Then
Jess
are
was
we
talking about the
also-
24th. Remind me that I'm meant to be volunteering for Christmas Day. I was looking at the positions and there's like 20 of them. I don't want to be a supervisor on my day off.
Well, considering you keep asking me to be the reminder for multiple things for you, I don't think I should be the one remembering these things.
I have several assistants that let me know when shit's going on.
Speaking of, you need to get that ticket for next weekend.
Oh yeah, is that next weekend? Cool. I thought that was this
Yes,
weekend.
on
I
the
missed that.
Saturday night.
Yeah, sweet. Send me a link.
Alright.
Oh god, that's gonna be a busy weekend. I've got the Christmas party on the Friday and then that on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't be coming to the to AL then?
Is AL on next weekend?
Well, it would be my Saturday.
Oh,
I've
well,
lost-
are we doing AL?
I've lost track of the weeks, to be honest. I didn't even know when we were back in. What time are we doing AL?
Well, it's a normal, like, 6 till 10-ish. 7 till 10-ish, something, 6:30 till 10-ish.
Oh, yeah, cool. I still need to find out what happened at the end of the last campaign.
But you're going out, I assume. Sounds like you're going out.
I'm supposed to have tickets for something.
I mean, you don't have to come.
That's right. We'll work it out later in the week.
Yeah. All right. Well, time is a ticking. I'm guessing we should get this thing off the ground. I have got a little bit of in the the ambient sound section, so aptly named now, for a little bit of fireside crickets and flames and stuff going on since everyone's beginning to break camp. But I don't know, are we ready to jump into this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
doing
so.
that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so quick little recap from our last session. It was eventful. It was a pretty good one. Everyone kind of pitching in to kind of basically go and meet up with this Baron. A couple of individual things kind of transpiring as well. Some less eventful than others. Some a little bit more disastrous. But all in all, it seemed to go pretty well, and just kind of sped on the process of leaving town. But mainly, basically, you guys managed to wrangle a pretty good deal with Baron Thaddeus to start heading north. There was a bit of a monkey wrench into the works, though. So as you were all kind of leaving town under a very kind of clandestine mindset to not be seen, a bit of kind of dissension in trying to get people to think that you're going south instead of north. But at the last moment, the Baron kind of throwing in a bit of a caveat that he wanted 2 of his people to be joining you on this trip as well. Gentleman by the name of Jasper, who seems to be relatively stocky, shaved head, shield, mace, definitely looks fighter orientated, and a very pale albino that's wearing a very snazzy, well-fit and quite distinguished red jacket that seems to be lined with knives, as we found out when we were riding out of town. But now that we've got these 2 along with us, poses some interesting questions. Could be help, could be hindrance. Hard to tell. But obviously Carrot also had a really good, interesting interaction with a thug when he had to prove himself, and proved himself beautifully in the most passive of ways by using hold person to absolutely paralyze this guy. And it's just, picked him up and brought him over and plonked him down. It's like, what do you want me to do with this? So it was surprising, but the little exclamation mark on the end was Sterling tempting Jasper to throw a dagger at him, which he did, but with a trio of hits sent the thing spinning off and nailed it right next to the assembly there. So yeah, that definitely gave them some an impressed sensation, and kind of further facilitated the deal that was coming forward. Now you guys have moved out of Neverwinter. There were some guards that tried to kind of stop you along the way, but that went very quickly, and no real issues. Passed very, very easily. So now that you are out on the open road, you've pulled over at the very last moment of the light of the day. The horses kind of showing a little bit of conditioning that they're used to traveling at day and stopping at night. And Weiss also getting a really good read on those horses. They're good, they're fresh, but she was able to tell that from the standpoint of where she grew up in the north, they're not going to last long in their current state. So either finding a way to keep them warm, or finding another mount possibly could be some options to try and negate that side of the equation. So that's where we kind of begin. Just kind of coming by the side of the road and pulling in and beginning to break camp, start a fire, and beginning to Oh, yeah, so extra rations. I think you do have a couple of rations, or Lara's got a couple of extra rations stowed with her. But look, rations are going to definitely come into play. So as you guys are making camp, now would be a timely spot to either consume some rations to make sure that you're well fed, or if you want to kind of push it and try and go without for a little while just to be safe, or try and be more cautious with what you've got on you so far. So I'll hand over to the group. You do have these two new kind of members in the group, and they seem to be keeping to themselves. So as night's beginning to set after that first day of travel, which was uneventful, your caravan has slowed to a stop, and there are small insects buzzing through the air, and the sounds of the approaching night is growing as you all begin to help break camp. So far, travel has been smooth. You all know that there are plenty of threats on the road at any given time, but the grasslands that you're traveling via at the moment are very wide and open. But night can also give cover to those that would be easily spotted in the day, hence why there's usually a watch that comes up at night. So Jasper and Markalan is the kind of albino tiefling. They keep in close proximity, never kind of super close to the rest of the group. You note that they never talk to each other, but they always seem to understand each other. So as the sun begins to dip over the sea of the Sword Coast to the west, and the campfire's crackling as you all begin to gather around, I'll hand it over to you guys if you want to kind of... I know we started up on the first watch, but I can't remember who was going to take that first watch. Or, yeah, hand it over to you guys. What would you like to do?
I think, was it Carrot and Magicianess that were going to take the first watch?
Oh, that's right. It's down to dark vision and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, because we don't have it, so we're going to let the dark vision people take the later ones.
So, just before we start watches, Sterling walks up to whoever this is, the knife wielder.
Oh, sure. Markalan, the lass.
I can't see their nameplates, so it's fine.
No, I've managed to break them somehow by using these new APIs.
It's fun. Pulls out his crossbow, points it at her, and says, "Hand over the sending stone, or die, or we kill each other right here, right now."
Oh my god, how to make friends and influence people. Shit, man.
Nice. You note as soon as the crossbow comes up, Jasper is literally straight away mace in hand or flail in hand and shield on hand, and interjects, stands right between the two, point blank range, unflinching. He isn't raising the shield, but he's kind of standing chest bared and just not backing down, his eyes narrowing and just kind of meeting Sterling face to face with this kind of show of wits, a kind of a battle of presence here. Very level, very cool. He just kind of smirks a little bit and tilts his head to the side. That's a little bit bold, but you mind explaining what you're doing?
Stay out of this. This doesn't involve you. And you think you standing in front of her means that I can't shoot through you to get to her? I can shoot anything, anywhere. So as soon as she hands over the sending stone, things will be fine. We'll ensure you get to Luskan safe and sound. But we don't want anybody knowing who we are. We want the sending stone, and we want it now.
Ooh.
Otherwise, let's just kill each other and get on with it.
Nice. Hang on a sec. I'm just going to roll something for him. He's going to roll insight. While that's rolling up. Oh, yeah, that's crap. Okay. It doesn't matter what his modifier is. That is not a good roll. He pauses for just a second. He can't get a good read. You can see that he's a little bit confused, but you can see him kind of exhale and kind of drop his shoulders a little bit. It's like, fair enough. I think that's understandable. I'm going to get him to roll one thing else. Oh, it's still taking its time. Oh, cocked. Ah, no. He tries to place your face. He takes a long look, but he just doesn't seem to be registering. And as he kind of reaches a hand back, he said, I like your gumption and you seem to be relatively well informed, a little bit smarter than what I'm used to travelling with, but you're barking up the wrong tree. And you see him reach into the front of his kind of sash on his pants, and he produces a sending stone. He's like, I tell you what, let's put both of ours in a bag together, and let's make sure that you don't talk to anyone, and I don't talk to anyone.
Agreed.
Fair enough.
Chime in and so that's the only sending stone that you have between the two of you then?
I'm the one who makes the calls. That's right.
That wasn't an answer though.
I need an insight check.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
I was going for the same thing, just to see if there's only one or if they both have sending stones.
Well, whilst he's saying that, Sterling will pull out his sending stone, so it's an agreement.
Nice. And you can see...
Wait, so who's going to hold the bag with the sending stones in them?
I'll do it.
Well, Jasper's going to
Who the hell are you,
pipe
sorry?
up in just a sec. You see him kind of look over his shoulder and he kind of lowers his shield and he just kind of taps the tiefling and says, give me one of your bags, come on. And she kind of produces a small pouch and he pops his in and holds it out to Sterling. He says, look, fair's fair. How about we hang it over here next to the campfire? Everyone gives it a good berth, good 3 meters. No one touches it, and we hang it on the back of the caravan while we travel. Accord?
Agreed, but periodically, and at random times, we can check it.
Sounds good.
But we'll check it with,
check it together.
We'll check it using a mage... Yeah, we'll check it together, and we'll check it using a mage hand. That way nobody can, exchange it. It's clear in the air.
We've got an accord.
I'd also just like confirmation that nobody else has sending stones in the party.
Yeah, sending stones.
Do you want to roll, or are you gonna use some magic to try and discern it?
I'll roll for it.
Okay.
Given his non-answer.
Yeah.
I would like to also subtle cast detect thoughts.
Go for it.
Him and see if he's being legit. I just want to read this conversation.
Go for it. So as the magicianess very subtly reads in on Carrot's able to look in. From Carrot's standpoint, he seems to be on the level. There's only the one sending stone. And as the magicianess very subtly, without any somatic gesture or verbalization, touches into his mind, unseen, unfelt, and reads the surface thoughts and manages to capture the first part saying, this is a bold son of a bitch, but I think I like him. And you're able to confirm that, yeah, he's on the level. He's not lying. There's only the one sending stone that's between the two of them.
Alright, I trust him.
Alright, so as he kind of gathers the two bags and kind of pulls the drawstring on the little leather satchel, he moves, putting his weapon away and kind of just stowing his shield on his back. He goes over to one of the crates that's by the fire and just kind of looks over to Mark Alone and he's like, help me out, I need something to pin this with. And she just, in a flash, goes into her jacket and whips out a blade. And literally, he drops the bag and the blade just nails straight into the crate that's by the fire. It's like, yeah, nice, you're getting good at that.
I look at my party.
like them.
All right, any of you guys can cast alarm?
I mean, I could get my...
Yes, I actually can.
Hey.
Okay, great.
Oh, good.
I did actually manage to pick up a new trick or two.
Eee, look at
I'm
that.
assuming that having a loud, audible alarm is still part of the accord, so that if anybody touches it, it'll go off.
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry, are we doing this on a stack?
I thought you meant for the watch, but yeah, cool. That makes sense too.
Yep, put it on the sack, please.
On the sack, yep. So it kind of surrounds.
Okay. I'm putting an alarm on the sack, so in case if anyone touches the sack.
And it has to be an audible, loud alarm that everybody can hear.
Yes.
All
Alarm
right.
alerts anyone when they touch it.
Uh,
Setting for touching.
Cam,
Yeah.
I'd like to use my little extra ability that I almost never use,
Ooh.
which is Know Your Enemy.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey.
In it, I can learn questions about whether or not they're equal, superior, or inferior to me in relation to strength, dex, con, armor class, hit points, total class levels, and fighter class levels. So I'd like to get fighter class levels.
Excellent. So you pick up
so
that
it's his fighter-
he's... Yep, so his fighter class is less than yours. He's not as robust on hit points, but you get a sense that he's probably good at some other stuff as well. So he's multied.
Okay. And so my hit points are higher. My
Yes.
fighter class is higher. One other item.
Whichever... What other one would you like
that's
to
fine.
know?
No, that's fine.
Okay,
No, that's fine. It says two of the following. That's fine. That makes sense.
easy done.
You're absolutely superior in every way.
Well, no, I mean he'll be a multi of some sort, so it's fine. Yeah. Well, now that the dramas are over, we can rest and have some food and relax.
All right, seems
Voice
pretty...
whispers to the magicianess. That was intense.
You see
Don't
Jasper...
worry, we've got this one in the bag.
You see Jasper kind of relax, almost like it was a formality to go through, sitting by the fire, whereas Markalan seems a little bit more on edge. She doesn't seem quite as seasoned as her counterpart. But yeah, he takes his spot by the fire. He's not too fussed, but he does kind of look over at Sterling. It's like, I swear I know you from somewhere, but in my job, I guess I get to see a lot of faces. But look, I know you're heading north, but look, it's not my business. And my business for going to Luskin is not yours either. So, look, we've got an accord.
No, I agree. Now, do you want to drink together?
I'd be honoured. You want to come over this side away from that bag?
Oh, sorry, I have no idea where the bag is on the actual screen, but sure, wherever it is, I'll
yeah.
go here.
Easy done.
Away from that bag. Don't call her that.
Malty's
Why,
into
what did you
Bard.
say to the magicianess?
Nothing. That was out of character. It's just the way you said it. Let's get away from that bag. I could just imagine someone being like all offended. Who are you calling a bag?
No, she's talking about when you whispered something to her. That's what she wants to know.
Oh, you just said
I said,
that was intense.
This got intense. That's all she said. I kind of looked at the magicianess for a reaction. That was all.
The magicianess will nod, and then she'll whisper like, "I mind reading," and then she'll turn back, and then when all this is said and done, she'll look at White and say, "Well, they both seem to be on the level, so there is that. What would you like for dinner?"
I guess we'll have rations.
I make a face. Really? Well, at least let me flavor it.
Yeah, I'll have whatever you're producing.
Out of character, is the chest accessible or
Yeah, it's
discreetly, or is it just like packed in?
I'd say it's with you. It's with your gear.
Sorry, is this your exploding chest?
No.
It's with my gear.
I'm sure it's absolutely fine. Yeah, it's relatively close. You wouldn't let it out of. You wouldn't leave it kind of in the caravan unattended.
No. It'd just be like, her luggage, basically. Like,
Yeah.
in with the other luggage, yeah. So she will discreetly go around the corner and, like, come back with, a big bowl of hot stew and 2 spoons. Put it down with Weiss.
Mmm.
That's a lot better than
Very
rations.
nice.
Excellent.
Yes. She sprinkles some precipitation spice on it. Make it taste expensive.
It's the only way. The only way to dine. All right. So, I don't know, anyone else want to kind of chip in before we go into the first watch? Nope.
No, I'm eating.
Okay, all good.
I'm just chilling, watching everything and writing in my diary.
Nice. Lara just with her back kind of sat down,
Yeah,
one
I'm
knee
digging
up
into the
and
food.
one knee up and kind of scrolling away. Dear diary, today I thought I was going to watch murder right in front of my eyes in the middle of camp. It was amazing.
Sadly, I was disappointed.
Aw.
But there's still the question of what is going to happen to the horses. I do hope we don't let them go to waste.
We can trade out unless. Oh, that's right. You're talking to yourself. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm done talking to myself now. Just...
Nice. And Kaylin just kind of maybe sauntering off a little bit to go hang out in the dark a little bit.
Did anyone retain the Voyager staff?
No, they did
What?
not. That was with
Voyager
Nesna.
stuff.
You just let Nesna walk off with a
Oh,
staff
God.
teleportation.
Damn it.
Ah.
Ellen!
You had a contingency for that as well.
Alright, so when we get back, we should probably...
Look, we made a deal with him. The deal was that this world is not big enough for both of us, so he can have all of the Underdark, and we get all of the surface world. So that's the deal.
Okay, as long as he doesn't come back. I have no idea who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Who? Huh? All right, who have we got up on our first watch? Was it
That'll be Carrot and
the
We're still
Magicianess?
sticking with Carrot Magicianess?
I was hoping for Sterling as well. Unless you want to do 2x2, or do we do 3x3?
I thought we were doing 2x2x2.
I think
Alrighty.
We were doing 2x2x2, but then we also had to split in the other companions as well.
wasn't Sterling was doing with Lara because we both can see in the dark with our goggles.
Fair enough. Yes.
We're
makes
with
sense.
with Kaylin, and Kaylin has dark vision, and so does like natural dark vision. And is it Weiss who has natural dark vision, or is it?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, so it was Kaylin and Weiss, and then because Carrot and Magicianess don't have it, they're next.
Yeah. Alright.
So they were first.
All right, as they get ready to
Let's get to know each other.
yeah, as they go to take the first watch, you note that Jasper kind of looks to Markel and is just rather not abruptly, but says, "Look, time to go get some rest. You sleep. I'll watch later." And she just kind of makes her way off to, I'll say, the tent, kind of more towards the south, and keeps out of sight. She's basically out of action for now. All right. So our first watch.
Arcalan?
Yes. Yep.
Cool.
All right. So for our first watch, what have we got? How do you want to roll your perception? Do you want to give one person advantage, or would you like to roll for it individually?
I think giving Carrot advantage is statistically favorable.
I don't know if that's really the case.
You're the cleric. Surely you're better than me.
My perception's only +3. I don't even have advantage. Proficiency.
Oh, mine's +0, so you know.
Okay, I'll take advantage.
So you're on the lookout. Magicianess saunters off, comes back with bowl of strawberries and cream to share.
Oh,
And a
See, this is
cutter.
why I started. This is why I started adventuring. It's like meeting nice people. That is. I'm so glad you decided to give me advantage on that. Oh, it didn't pull through to roll 20. That's annoying.
Oh,
I got a 1.
oh no.
Let's try again. Okay.
Give
I
it
got a
shot.
5. So 8.
Oh damn.
We're gonna die.
No one lives forever.
All right. Excellent.
This is
So
always the
Phase-
party name.
Yeah, the phase spiders come at.
I'm gonna nominate like Rico's Roughnecks.
So as you look out over the night, it's pretty calm. It seems pretty nice. There seems to be a slight wind that's picking up from the east, but as you're perusing through, you don't see anything. You don't see any threats. You'd also trust in other senses, listening out. All you can hear is just the constant sound of the grasslands around you, but no, nothing really comes of that first watch. It seems pretty tame. There's not too much going on.
Oh, sounds good. Also, just saw that I should have used guidance on myself for that.
Yeah, why not?
But
Next one.
alrighty, well, we'll wake up. We'll wake up the next team for their watch.
Nice.
Oh wait, sorry. Was Old Mate joining us for our watch?
Which one? Oh, Jasper. No, he's hanging back. He's going to join on the next watch.
Ah, okay.
So-
Right.
So is it just Magicianess and Carrot around the campfire?
I think so. Yeah, just the two of you guys. Who have we got up for the next?
Oh, we don't get to
Lauren.
converse.
Oh, you can converse if you want. If you've got absolutely. Sorry to cut off early, but if you want to converse, go for it.
I think I would just like to ask Carrot, as I, pass over the strawberries and cream, I just sort of, fold one leg over the other and go, so, what's your story? What brings you out here?
Nothing too crazy. I got really drunk and woke up with a letter that told me to go to that party, and then I met you guys. Where did you get cream?
Ah, a magicianess must always have a few tricks up her sleeve, she winks.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm gonna hang around with you.
That would be
food
most
like this.
that would be most agreeable. I find that works very well. Yes, bribing people with food. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
you woke up with no memory by a what now?
Well, I resigned from the guard, and then we had a bit of a wild party, and then I woke up in the bar, and I had a letter that said, "Go to the ball." I went to the ball. I met you guys, and now I'm here.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So-
confused about it as well. Like, it wasn't signed. I've got no idea why it directed me here, but it seems to be working out.
You either have the most innocuous reason to be out here, or you're as shady as everyone else.
I'm just kind of trusting to luck. Things will just kind of fall into place.
How I wish that were so.
Yeah.
Yes. Fairy godmother action incoming. No, that was awesome. And actually, for the RP, the interaction between you guys, or both your characters, both of you pick up inspiration for that. That was awesome.
Whoa.
Hey.
Oh, love it. Just
How do I give myself inspiration?
in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, it's
Next
something.
Under
that's
your hit
changed.
points.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know
there it
that.
is.
I just went looking for it too, and I'm like, I don't know where it is, and found it.
There it is.
Been so long since Cam gave us inspiration.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like, you've got disadvantage on everything.
Many years. Whoa. No. Don't need to. No, come on, Cam.
No,
I mean,
it's
let's
horrible.
be reasonable here.
Exactly. No, look, with that first watch,
You have disadvantage unless you have protection.
As that first watch comes to an end, it's a sound night. It's quite beautiful. Apart from that wind beginning to pick up a little bit more. Who would like to take the next watch? Jasper's kind of standing up and looking like he's keen to step up and help out with the next one. Did you want to do it as a group of 3 or a group of 2?
Kaylin
I'm
will
happy to.
definitely step up, so she's moved back to the fire.
Okay. So Kaylin's in for the next watch?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've...
Was Weiss joining?
Probably not. She'd get as much rest as being a hardy adventurer. She'd get as much rest as she can for the next part of the leg. So only when she's needed, I think. So the next watch, maybe.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fine, I shall stay for the next watch as well.
Okay. And
Okay.
Lara.
When
As Carrot wakes up, let's go with Lara. He's gonna cast guidance on her as well.
Ooh, what's guidance again?
You get to roll a plus D4 on any ability check. Oh, sorry, concentration in 1 minute. So be quick about it.
I'll let you use guidance for if you want to use a perception roll. Then look, I'll let it hang around for a bit.
Oh, well, since God had spoken, I'm going to use guidance as I wake you up and then go to sleep.
Okay, fair enough.
when Kaylin steps back into the firelight and notices this Jasper guy going to be joining them from her watch, he's gonna possibly pick up on a shadow stepping up behind him as she casts her echo.
Oh damn! Do I even have that ready to go? Okay, I'll add it when we need it for combat. I'm going to have him roll perception to see if he picks up on it or not. Oh no.
Put a little circle where...
He does not notice.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a terrible roll. Not nice at all. You just see him kind of settle in and kind of start facing outwards, sitting still next to the fire, just kind of leant forward, elbows against knees, and just kind of looking over his shoulder towards Kaylin as the others are kind of starting to saunter off. He just kind of looks over his shoulder and says, "You a little small for this kind of work."
Never underestimate her. I sort of pipe up from my corner.
Oh shit!
And I've been rather small for this kind of work my entire life, so...
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. And at the same time as Lara kind of says never underestimate her, and he looks over his other shoulder, he sees the shadow or the echo kind of standing right there, and he kind of just stammers back a little bit and pulls his weapons too, ready to go. It's like, what the just notices that Kaylin's not reacting. He said, "All right, so you're one of them."
I'm reacting. I have a on my lips. He has the exact reaction I wanted.
So he's kind of standing there with his shield in hand and his flail ready to go, holding the action to attack it. But it just seems to be mirroring the same kind of action as you are. It's like, I don't know what that is, but would you mind putting it away?
I'll keep him out for now. He's kind of like my version of your shield.
Fair.
Don't want anything sneaking out behind us now, do you?
He just kind of very sarcastically smiles and starts kind of walking forwards a little bit to get a bit of distance, kind of away from the shadow that's over there. All right, well, I guess the more the merrier.
Kaylin kind of looks down at Sterling's sleeping bag to make sure he didn't notice.
Sleep 'em while it can. All right. I don't know. Any other interactions for this watch, or who would like to go ahead and definitely roll with advantage on this one? Because at least Jasper will kind of give his assistance on this one. He's got a +5 to perception, but I'm sure there's better in this little collection.
Laura,
I have a +5.
yeah, and you've also got guidance, so I'll let you roll with advantage.
Okay.
Guidance is not advantage, it's a d4.
Oh, damn.
25. Yeah.
Lara pops it in nicely. All right. So Lara
I see all.
sees all. She sees through time. Jesus. So you notice that off in the distance, near the tree line, you spot a little twinkling jewel of a light for just a brief moment. But as you begin to focus on it just a little bit, it just catches your attention just for a split second. And as you begin to focus on it, you note that there's just this faint, continuous glow from where the area was that you saw the twinkle of light. It would be almost unmistakable that it seems like a campfire is just off in the tree line, maybe a couple of kilometers away.
So I've seen this, and I'm going to relay to the others.
Okay.
It seems that there is someone nearby. I don't know if they are following or what the go is. You two stay here, and I will see if I can have a closer look.
I wouldn't advise going alone. I'm asleep. Sorry.
You're asleep.
Yeah, you wouldn't
You're
advise
asleep.
anything.
All right.
How far off are they? Aaron's asking.
Yes, that is the DM. How far? So we got it going with a K.
Yeah, I'd say
2 kilometers.
probably about 2
Sorry,
kilometers away.
sorry, we're doing Imperial.
Oh, that's a good.
Imperial.
It's miles away.
It's like 1.1 miles.
To hell with Imperial. Yeah, 1.1 mile away. Yeah, I'd say
Oh, wait, so that's normal to nautical. It's like 0.8 miles.
it's a wee bit away. So hitting to the tree line, it's at a. To guess, you'd probably cover that area on foot, probably within about an hour, maybe 2, if you were being careful about it.
I'm just gonna be like, it's a bit far away. I just leave it. If they come closer, we'll deal with it then. But for now, just keep an eye on it.
Ooh, Jasper's going to pipe up. It's a good roll. Yeah, I don't know about that. Look, I think we should get together a little scouting party and see who's been paying us a visit. You haven't got any friends, do you, that would be joining us from Neverwinter?
Yeah.
Not sure about friends.
Meant to be doing this trip alone.
Well, maybe that's all the motion to go and check on our little friends over there.
Just gonna turn to Kaylin and like hold out one finger. Stay.
No.
Look,
Stay.
let's tell one of the others that we're heading off. We'll go scout ahead. It's too bad we won't have a sending stone to use, eh?
I'm sorry, but when in this discussion did we say that you were going to go have a look?
Oh, it's not negotiable. You're sending yourselves, and I think we should have a representative as well.
Sort of just look him up and down.
Kaylin kind of just like,
Look here, do you even know the meaning of stealth?
Oh, I know my way around. Don't you worry about me.
Kaylin kind of puts her hand on Lara and just kind of like, tries to say as quietly as possible and just goes, I would rather you didn't go with this guy alone.
It's not a
Well
bad
then,
call.
it's settled. I go by myself.
No, come on. The three of us are better than one or two. Let one of yours know that we're heading off. If we're not back within 2 hours, then come looking for us.
Alright, and so I'm going to walk over to Sterling and shake him awake.
Comes awake.
Slap him awake.
No, shake.
Just being nice.
With my... on his shoulder and everything. You know, near his hand in case he draws a weapon on me. We have been through shit. I know how people react. Sterling,
Yep. What's
there
up?
seems to be someone in the distance. Myself, Kaelin, and this oaf are gonna get to and see what we can see. They won't let me go alone. I don't think he trusts us, but
How far?
you're right to stay watch.
Sure. How far away are you talking about? In which direction?
I don't know, the DM won't tell me in feet.
How long is 2
It's
kilometers in
1,000
feet?
I think.
Okay.
Come at me.
1,600?
It's like 6,561.68 feet.
I was way off.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's a fair distance. It's out of range, put it that way.
Just keep an eye on our new friend.
Don't worry, I will.
As they head off, Sterling's going to go to have a conversation with Weiss.
Okay. Go for it. So you notice that the
Sterling-
little scouting party starts to gather themselves, and Jasper really locking down his stuff. It looks like he's done a bit of stealth work before.
So Sterling walks over to Weiss and shakes him awake.
Shakes
And
her awake.
Shakes her awake and goes, "Listen, Weiss, you're not among friends here. All right, we're on the dangerous roads. So when you say that you're going to take a watch, you take that watch. Got it?"
Are you telling me it's time to take the watch? Why did no one wake me?
I'm confused. The middle watch is meant to be you and Kaelin. How come you didn't take the middle watch?
Because both your companions and the other, that Jasper, they all decided that they were going to take a watch together. And then, what was the need for an additional person? Should we all be awake at the same time? I have to
All
plan
right.
for the road.
All right, I'll have a conversation with them as well. But if you're going to say you take the second watch, you take the second watch. Have we got it straight with one another?
Yeah, so she sits up and sort of leans forward. She says, "No, you listen to me. I'll do what I like. I don't have an onus to you. I do my fair bit. I've been on more roads, more likely than half the party here." And she sort of frowns somewhat.
Do you want to be traveling alone on these roads? Because I promise you won't be traveling with us.
Oh my god.
Who is Simon speaking as? Sorry, I stepped out to grab a cup of tea. That was.
Why?
It's-
Sterling woke
Yeah, I heard.
Weiss up to
Yeah.
say that she missed her, watch, and is now accusing her of not pulling her own weight.
Oh. Am I there? Will we be in the same tent?
I
don't
think
know.
it's also. I think what Sterling. Well, okay. What I'm trying to say, it's not about pulling your own weight, though that's a part of it. It's the fact that you're not among friends. You don't know who you can trust here. You definitely can't trust those two, right? Whether you say you take a watch, you take the watch. That's just the way it is. If you don't like it, there's the road. You can go.
Well, how about we start to work as a team? It's clear we need to work on perhaps the friendship side of things, but as a team, I would expect someone to have the wits about them to wake me up when it is my watch. I was unconscious. Very little I can do there.
So you're saying that you didn't ask not to take a watch. They just didn't wake you up. Is that what you're saying? If you'd been woken up, you would have taken your watch.
Your friend with the bow and arrow and your other one in the dark clothes, they both said that they were taking watch, as was the other one, Jasper, his name Jasper. I was more than prepared to take the next watch.
All right, fair enough. I'll have a conversation with them. My apologies.
She nods. She says, so I'm awake now. I'll just hang around. And she goes and sort of drops off by the fire.
All right. So after the confrontation and both of them kind of coming to amends, the rest of the group, the three that are heading off in their kind of scout direction, they notice as they begin to move, there is a little bit of an increase in the wind coming in from the east. It's as you begin to kind of take forward and moving relatively stealthy. It's a relatively low DC and you're quite far away from any of the action at the moment. But I'm going to get all three of us to go ahead and roll for stealth, just to see how we're going ahead.
I'd like to be 2 steps behind the others, thank you very much.
All right.
And I've got my echo kind of distorting the look me in front of me, so it's kind of like directly in front of me. So if someone was to look towards me, they would very unlikely to see me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, gotcha. So,
Boom, bitch, get out of my way.
damn.
Get out of my way. Get out of my way.
So Jasper thinks he's doing a pretty good job, and drops in low and is extremely quiet. And Kaylin likewise doing a good job of covering her trail. But as Lara just seems to almost vanish, she makes no noise. Like literally Jasper's looking over his shoulder like, where'd the other one go? Hang on. I think she's over there. Oh, doesn't matter. So he kind of continues on. That's going to cover for a good period of the distance that we're trying to cover here. But as we're moving, the night's becoming a little more clouded and the bright moon kind of dipping behind cover and beginning to plunge the grasslands into further darkness, which is helping their kind of low DC coming through for doing their stealthing here. So I wouldn't even say that these are muted footsteps. So Lara just does not make noise. It's a little unnerving. It's downright actually kind of terrifying. I'm almost going to make the other two roll for stress because they're starting to freak out. But you find yourselves closing the distance really, really quickly. And you can see that glowing firelight of the unknown camp is becoming more and more trackable and obvious. So it's a little bit further into the tree line. And as you're all ghosting forwards, silent and unseen, Jasper holds you up for just a second. He's like, all right, how do we want to do this?
Kaylin just kind of looks at Lara like, you saw them. You wanted to check. Your choice.
Oh, they can see me? I didn't disappear that well.
Well, just reconvened kind of on the tree line there.
I've just come up behind them and given them a little start.
Oh, shit.
Like, as you're leaving, like, guys, we need to be quiet. Just bamf, you're gone. Just reappear as you get there. You're like, hey.
I'm going to get Jasper and Kaylin to make a con save for me to see if they make any noise. Oh, thank God.
Kaylin's used to Lara disappearing.
Not like that. Oh, thank fuck. So they're both definitely shaken and are both like, fucking son of a bitch. Jasper just kind of turning to her, could you please not scare the absolute shit out of me? It would be really appreciated.
Sorry, good fellow. My intention was here just to see if we could tell who was following us. And if need be, then we'd go back to camp and raise the alarm.
It sounds like a good idea.
Unless you have it in you to silently deal with the problem.
Well,
I think it'd be better if we just do a scout and report.
yeah, fair call. Come on, let's move ahead. We all in or what?
How far away are they now?
So you've just
Like,
hit the
how
tree
far away
line.
is the camp?
They're not far. They're not far. It's going to be one more stealth roll to see how we go.
Okay. I
More than
would
30.
like to have. I've got my favorite little dagger out, just sort of
Hey.
like as I walk along, I'm holding it.
Nice.
Kaylin's shadow will wrap around her palm and her body will appear.
All right, good stuff. All right, so as we start stalking forwards, so we feel that wind beginning to pick up a little bit more from the east and beginning to blow straight against our faces, which is quite a boon, especially for a hunter because we're currently upwind. And also the rustling leaves of the tree line are beginning to mask our movements a bit further as well. Let's go ahead and just check our stealth. But I'm sure we got this. Nice. All right, it's looking really good. So as the trio just ghost forward and begin to kind of naturally fan out, coming towards the sounds of this camp, you start hearing some noises. You can hear the clatter of like metal and something echoing through the trees. But then you also pick on what sounds like a feral laugh punctures through the night. It's very high-pitched and whining. And it's quite unmistakably that of what sounds like a hyena. So it's at this point, you're definitely concealed. Oh, what was that?
I was going to say, can Kaylin get her shadow to move slightly closer? She'll stay back, but she'll get it to move as close as possible to stay within darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll use it to see through.
No, you can't see through it just yet. I think in a couple of levels you'll be able to see through it. At the moment, it's just kind of there as a wingman or wing shadow.
Oh, that's right.
All right. So as you do kind of move forward, but the shadow stays close. It's there ready to react. But as you move forward, concealed by the surrounding trees, I'm going to show you their camp. Bear with me for just a sec. So this is what you can see in front of you.
Holy shit.
So
That's a
looking
menagerie right there.
looking ahead, you can see it's a decent collection of gnolls that seem to be camped in here. There's probably at least at a quick count, there's well over a dozen, and Jasper just kind of starts looking from side to side and starts backing off a little bit. You know that probably a lot of gnolls around this area are known for preying on the weak. This looks like a raiding party that's kind of collected here. They like to eat the weak. And you can see that there's an array of manacles and chains that can be seen throughout the camp, as well as their kind of hustle and bustle looks. Yeah, they haven't noticed you in any way, shape or form. Yes, they've got... I know it's exactly the same map, but hey. All right, so Jasper's going to back off a little bit and kind of hang back. But what do the two of you want to do?
Out.
Return to camp.
All right, sounds good. As you move back,
Yep.
in a very hushed
Okay.
tone, Jasper agrees. It's like, yeah, I think we're going to need a few for this one.
No, 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 no.
I'm
Dearest
asking.
DM. Dearest DM. There is no talking this close to camp. There is never talking this close to camp. We do gestures.
Okay.
Kaylin's noticed Kalen's gesturing to Lara, are we going back to camp? Or are we attacking? Like, she's doing, like, the whole
Forwards or back?
thumb backwards or point forwards. Like, what are we doing?
So using Thieves'
Point
Camp to
backwards.
talk to each other?
Thumb backwards. Thieves'
Yeah.
Camp would constitute speaking. This is
Yeah.
purely using one's hands.
Very good.
There is no audible component to what we're doing.
Thieves' Cant can be just hand signals, can't it?
It's a combination of the two, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, you put your hands in one sort of gesture, and then you say a sentence, and it's like, I mean the opposite. You know, if you move your hands in, so it's a combination of the two. It's the drow that have purely hand signals.
Excellent. All right.
Like having a conversation with hand signals. I
Awesome.
suppose you could do it with just the hand signals. It would just be like, really basic.
Yeah, I think you get pretty good advantage at it.
Yeah. But yeah, similarly,
The main purpose of what I'm saying is no words are spoken.
yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
And
we're not.
Jasper's
We're
in
just
with it.
doing hand.
He's happy to move back as well.
Good to know he's smart enough for that.
All right, so heading back to camp. So taking some time and knowing the way,
As we return,
you're able to make your way back easily. It's not a problem. You know the way. Everyone's well and truly versed with stealth and able to get back without any issue whatsoever. But as we come back, what would you like to do? How do you want to play this one out?
I'm going to report back to Sterling
Okay.
and let him know that we have seen 18. Sorry, what were they?
Knowles.
Knowles.
We have seen a party of 18 gnolls 2 miles behind us. Should
Okay.
we approach now, or should we leave it till dawn, or should we hope that they are not following us?
I don't want to make
Might-
this decision on my own. Let's just wake everybody up and have a quick conversation.
We might need to actually put out the fire so that they don't see it.
Yep. So ask is it Jasper to go wake up his companion, bring her to the fire?
Yeah, he does so. He's quick to kind of pull on that one. So gives her a bit of a nudge and just nods at her.
All right.
Kaylin
So
has also dismissed her projection at this point. She currently actually doesn't particularly want Sterling to know about it.
Okay.
Sterling, we'll go wake up the magicianess and Carrot. All right. We got. So is everybody awakened by the fire?
Magicianess, who wakes her up?
Sterling will.
Magicianess will yelp, as if like as if like waking from a nightmare, sort of like just sort of that sort of jumpy. Oh, it's you, gods. Oh, what's wrong?
Goes. We got stuff to discuss. Events are occurring.
Like, Carrot was in the guard when you wake him up. He's like, "Oh God, like, is it morning already?" You're like, "No, we're being attacked." You're like, "Oh shit, okay." Just
We're not
start
being
putting armor on.
We're not being attacked, but get your you can put your armor on whilst we talk about the fire. So I think you guys have found a warband of gnolls. You said, is that correct?
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, we pretty much can put out this fire, rest, and assume that they won't see us. In fact, let's just start putting out some of the fire and shrouding the other part of it. And we could leave in the morning, none the wiser, no problems. But then we'd leave something here that may not be good to the rest of travelers. Or on the other hand, we can go and put an end to them. Ensure that they don't threaten the region. But not only that, though, we can get a general idea as to how we work with one another. So you get a feel for how we all, most of us don't know each other's capabilities and abilities. It'd be nice to see how we all work together.
It would be an honor to fight alongside the champions of Neverwinter, and may I say, Sir Sterling, I actually have a plan. I have an idea. May I ask who among us has the strongest dark vision, or would you, Sterling, be able to see this Knoll encampment from a decent distance?
I mean, do we need to take them out, or could we just let them pass by and not wipe out a troop that's gonna alert whoever sent them to our presence?
Well, they haven't necessarily been sent. They look more like they're just used to this area and this is what they do.
Yeah.
I don't know who has the best.
I do, because I have
night vision.
124. I have 124. Both magical and non-magical vision.
Sterling knows that, but that's not what he said.
Kaylin will just give you like a look like, what the hell are you talking about? You know who has it. She doesn't say anything, but she's giving you that look.
My plan is this. I can cast Fly on myself and someone else, and that other person could guide me to that encampment since I can't see, and I can drop a spell on them.
Weiss chuckles. That's good.
So, I don't know. Let's see it in agreement. Who wants to go and eradicate this warband, and who wants to just let it go?
I would love the chance to show you that I can pull my weight, stage performer though I am.
It would be nice to...
I will if I have to, but it feels unprovoked.
Yeah, Weiss is like, I think she would say something along the lines of, we don't really need to get into an unnecessary fight in case we get hurt. Like, it's not our fight.
Yeah, why bring more attention to ourselves?
we should watch them, we should track them, and if they prove to be a threat later down the line, then we should deal with them.
So that's 2 against and 2 for. So who else is for or against?
These creatures will just attack travelers, though, Weiss. As Sterling says, we have a chance to eradicate a threat.
And as I
Weiss
said,
looks around at the rest of the party and she says, Magicianess, whatever your decision, I'm beside you.
Do we know they're attacking?
Sorry?
Do we know they're attacking travelers? Or did it seem like they would be?
They're a raiding
Knowles would
party.
do,
They
yeah.
really hold shackles, all that kind of thing, weapons.
Let me put it this way. We're literally 1 day out of Neverwinter. This is Neverwinter territory. They shouldn't be here.
Okay, let's go fuck them up then.
Like, maybe they thought, because of the recent war, that Neverwinter is a little bit weak. Maybe this is time to show them that. Well, not even that. Like, it's bad for commerce. It's bad for trade. And then I look at the Zents and I go, and attacking, merchants and caravans on the road is bad for business, isn't it?
Damn straight. I'm all for taking these ones out.
Mostly with civilians and... Yep, that'd be a sweet thing.
Actually, Weiss, how good is your night vision? I should have asked earlier.
I can usually see within 60 foot.
Is that the best we have here?
Kael kind of looks pointedly at Sterling like, please, come on, please, let me.
I imagine that our drow friend who grew up in the Underdark can probably see better in the distance than we can.
Oh, of course.
I
Well then.
But he doesn't say anything about magical darkness, does he?
No, I kind of like raised my eyebrow at the Underdark and nothing about magical darkness. I'm like, you really don't trust these guys, do you? Okay.
Don't worry, I will keep us at a very safe height, away out of reach of their arrows. I have no interest in being pincushioned by them either.
Flying doesn't bother me. I flew on a dragon. This'll be nothing.
Magicianess raises a brow. Oh, well then. Of course, you took down that dragon. Yes. A pack of gnolls will be chump change.
You see
Shall we? Shall I pass
Jasper.
by and you guide us, and we will just go on?
You see Jasper kind of looking throughout the group. I'm gonna roll for this. Nope, still doesn't click. It just kind of shrugs and whatever.
He must be really dumb.
He's just rolling really shit.
His companion's not dumb. Sterling's going to have a conversation with Magicianess later on.
I put down my headphones for a second. What did I miss?
Somebody letting all our secrets out the bag. That's what.
Excellent. All right, so Jasper kind of starts to ready the movement forward. He said, "Look, but leave Mark Alarm back here. I don't want to risk her, and we need someone to hold down the camp."
We got the same problem with the bag then, don't we?
Well, let's take it with
Aaron
us.
kind of like raised.
I'll pick up the bag because I'm the only one who can touch it with the spell on it.
Alright. We'll check the bag after the combat. Agreed?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm
And,
gonna cast.
and if anybody opens the bag, it's going to make a noise, so we'll just
I
leave it.
peek in notes if anyone else touches the bag but me. That's how I set the spell. The spell is very specific.
Yeah, fair. I'm going to quickly cast Find Familiar on myself as an owl.
All right. Easy.
Don't you normally have that cast?
Hmm?
Wouldn't you normally have that cast already?
Oh, I just got woken up.
No, but you don't have to recast Find Familiar. You can just put your familiar in its pocket dimension. It never runs out.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, it's only if it's killed that you have to recast it.
Yeah, good to know. I've never had it before, to be honest. So, yeah. By the way, gonna go with an owl, because I need dark vision.
Okay, so the plan is we head there and then Magicianess sets off some fireworks. Is that the way it's going to work?
Oh yes.
Sounds like a good job.
The magicianess, like.
I'm assuming everybody here can. Oh, wait a second. We have two dwarves with us, don't we?
Oh yeah, sorry, you do have two dwarves. Let's say they're bunking out in the caravan at the moment.
Okay, we wake them up and give them the bag.
All right, good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So Darlan and I've forgotten the other one's name. Button. The two of them just kind of stammering and very kind of, what the fuck is that? It's yeah, all right, yeah, we got this. Shit. You don't think that other one could be scary? The tiefling? Nah, it's okay. Look, we'll just keep it in the caravan. They just kind of take the bag and kind of shut the door, and you hear some things kind of getting pushed up against the door to kind of make sure it's well sealed.
Are you seriously taking the bag out of my hands to give to the dwarves?
If you do that, the alarm will go off.
An audible alarm will sound.
All right. So Sterling will do the following. He will open up a sack and say, "How about this? Put the bag in a sack. Close the sack. We'll give the sack to the two dwarves to hang on to. That way, nobody's touching the bag."
You just don't trust me.
I do trust you. I just want to make sure that I keep the peace with the people that we set an accord with.
Yeah. Fine, and I just drop it into the sack. It's a sack within a sack.
Double sack.
Right, it's a bag within a sack. Within a dwarf. Okay. Look, the other thing is, if you ever disagree with something that I'm suggesting, please. I don't claim to have the wisdom on everything. Say what you need to say.
I'm just letting you know that if they touch it, I won't know. But it will sound alarm. Whether we can hear or not is a different question.
All right, so we're giving an instruction to the dwarves. Don't open the bag. We'll know it. We'll know about it.
Yep, they're pretty.
Regardless of what you say, that's what we tell the
They're
dwarves.
pretty terrified with everyone getting ready for some sort of action. They're definitely keeping their heads down.
Okay. Can we now go and take care of the problem?
All right.
So I'm assuming if all of us. Carrot. Carrot's the problem.
Well, because you guys know the way,
Yeah.
Why?
because he's got disadvantage
Carrot, you gotta
to stealth.
Carrot, you have to take the armor off Carrot.
I can put mage armor on you, Carrot.
Yep, that'll work.
Okay, I put a hand on his shoulder and he'll be. Some glittering lights will swirl around him when I put mage armor on it. It's 13 plus dex.
Is
13
mage
plus.
armor self only, or is it not?
No, you can touch a willing creature.
Fair enough. Sounds
I'm
good.
very, very willing. Alright, so that puts me at 14 plus 3, so it's 17. Okay.
Nice. Still not bad. Awesome.
Very respectable. Yeah.
So given that you know the way now and you've
just
got...
quickly,
Yeah,
does
go
this-
for it.
So does this count that we've had the long rest yet, or it hasn't been finished yet since we got woken up halfway through?
Not finished
We're
just
gonna
yet.
have to continue resting afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as...
It's gonna be an extra long lie-in in the morning.
Yeah.
But to be fair, by this point, that last scene of obvious.
Should the Duke and the Baron and all his bodyguards stay here? Surely it should just be the security detail that goes out.
You see Jasper look
I
at...
think we want them where we can send.
Hey, you're cool. Look, I'm happy to sit this out. You think you can mop them up?
I'd like to see what they could do. Does anybody? Yeah. I think we have to. Everybody has to pull an equal weight of equal share of their weight. If that makes any sense.
I will smile and nod, but then I will also telepathically send to Sterling and go, well, there's some magic that maybe we don't want them to see, is all I'm saying.
Sterling thinks back. I don't know if I can answer you back, but then just don't let them see it.
I nod again. Shall we, Miss... Then I turn to Kaylin. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Caitlin. Or however you wish to dress that. And I hold my hand out to her.
I will take her hand, and some swirling, glittery light will cover us as well, and we sort of lift an inch off the ground as I cast a 4th level fly on us.
Hey, nice.
That's so cool.
That's very awesome. All right, so given that you've got the combination of flight in there, as well as 3 scouts that know the way, we're going to roll stealth, but everyone roll with advantage. And that's to get us all the way back to the camp, or the opposite camp, to start setting up to kind of do what we're going to do.
Since
In this
we're
moment as
hitting
well,
these points,
funny. I'm just gonna hold on to Magicianess like around the waist and go, don't worry, hold on tight. I'll show you the way.
Oh,
Oh, will you show them the world? Shining and shimmering and splendid.
Oh.
so, since we're hitting this point as well, and the other 2 have flown off, that makes this easier. I'm going to grab my medallion and channel divinity to use emboldening bond on myself, Sterling, Lara, and Weiss.
Ooh.
Wait,
What does
are
that
we
do?
rolling stealth with advantage? What if we already have advantage?
Then you've got triple advantage. You've got
Get,
super
double
advantage.
advantage.
Roll 3 times.
Well, it's not gonna let me do that, but anyways.
Can I actually adjust it to super advantage on the Beyond 20 part?
I think you
in the
can,
top
yeah.
section?
It's an option, super advantage.
It is.
Oh, I would just want to do it to see what it does now.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh. Yeah, it didn't do anything special.
Ah, it didn't roll 3 times?
It's just if you look at the.
No. Anyways,
All right, that's more than
basically
enough.
my roll's over 20.
That is more than enough to get everyone where they need to be, that's for sure.
damn.
Miscellaneous sounds and stuff jumping into the ambient music, but yeah, smoke them if you got them. All right, I'm just going to transition us over to the next map. as we go to take our positions. So everyone ghosting forward and being able to make good time to get back to the tree line, and before long, everyone's able to pick up on that same kind of clatter and sound of the knoll camp that's coming up. Let me just randomly drop people in. You guys can choose where you'd like to set yourself up. So you've got, let's just have a look at terrain.
Wait, can other people see their own tokens?
Nope.
I can see mine.
Oh, wait, yeah, I can see mine.
Down to the south.
Oh, good, because I can only see my token, so
Okay.
this is weeding me out.
Was Magicianess going to drop a spell before everyone else got there?
Well, I'm going to let you guys position
yes.
in a stealthy spot. So you've got basically some rock faces around these areas and also up to the north. So if you wanted to get the drop on these guys, there's a couple of spots where you could kind of get into a snipering position. There's more of kind of like an approach up to the north. Maybe if someone wanted to make a melee rush. Same with, I would say, behind the tent. If anyone wants to get on the ground level, then they can do, sort of like around the bottom of the tent. Which...
Sorry, was there a tree to climb and all that?
Can you put me to the north there, Cam? I don't want to unveil a bit of map that I haven't been to. if you know
Oh,
what
no,
I mean.
that's all right.
I
You can
can't,
absolutely go for it.
How do I turn the sound off?
Oh,
Cam, none of our, as far as I can see, none of our tokens have light enabled.
Oh yeah.
So they can own. You can't see
Like,
anything
well,
in the.
No.
All we can do is see the campfire because that's an external light source. But
Uh-huh.
our tokens should have sight of at least 60 foot, I think.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
When I
It
move
might be the
around,
humans.
The light gets brighter in certain areas.
I think it's the humans. Hang on. Let me change something real quick. Dynamic.
Yeah, I would have no
there we
sight.
go.
I can only see because I'm just trusting Kaylin.
It's just like, yeah, I've got goggles at night, so does Laura,
Yep.
I think, so we should be able to see.
Absolutely. Switch that on. That should be 60.
Karen should actually have 124,
Okay,
so
is
this whole
that-
area should be almost right.
Is that better?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, way better. Like, is it more than normal? Hold on a sec.
It's a pretty small map. It's
That's
a pretty small map.
insane. Like,
Yeah,
How far does it go, this map?
it's a small map.
oh wow, that is 60 feet. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm just trying not to let the other light influence what I can see, because, I mean, we should be able to see the normal light because it's an external grid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. I can see 60 foot up.
Okay.
Put
That seems
yourself
fun.
like in the far left corner and you figure it out.
I've done the right. I'm in the far right corner. I can see 60 foot. Seems good.
Nice.
Be special.
Good
I can see
stuff.
the whole map, so that's
I would like to be. Well, I guess I would like to be up on the ledge then. Oh Jesus.
Magicianess, where would you like us? Because I
Uh,
would kind of like this to describe the area for you, and you would have said where you'd want it to be.
yes, I will have chosen my epicenter, and I will say we'll just go about 150 feet or so away from their camp in the air.
Okay. So
Cam, I
we'll
forgot-
kind of go up.
I forgot to ask them, but did any of these guys look like spellcasters?
Roll
Yeah,
perception.
that's what I was going to ask.
Roll perception, or if Sterling wants to roll, or actually, let's get Weiss and Sterling to do separate rolls just to see if you can pick out any that look spellcaster-ish. 10, 22. Weiss has got it. She's able to dial in as you guys are approaching the group and manage to kind of take a consolidated look before you split out. It doesn't look like it. There's nothing in there that makes you think that they would be packing spells. You can see that there are a bunch of them that seem to be armed with some sort of ranged weapon, and some of them that look a little bit more robust than the others, but no spells within them.
I could take Kaylin to circle around the camp to see if if she can see, because I can only see the ones around the campfire, but we can like scout the area, if that makes sense, or rather she can, and she can just relay to me what she sees.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if we go maybe map feet up or something, or not quite that high, I guess, but high enough that they're not going to necessarily see us if they look up, but still within my
Yeah.
120-foot range.
Yeah, we'd only have to be 120 feet up,
Mm.
like circle. Yeah. But I mean, if we're directly above them, we can just like sort of scan.
Yeah.
Can I just, as I'm still sort of learning Weiss, but as we approach, could I use one of my hunter's scents to check them out, as it were? I'll just share what it can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll use one just to find out a bit about our quarry.
All right, let's have a look. Okay, magically discern how to best hurt it. Okay, so using the hunter's sense and just kind of crouching, and you notice at this point that Jasper's next to you. He was like, he actually doesn't say anything, it's too close to camp, but he just nods and he looks over towards the one that's closest to you two as you're stealthing forward. But you get a sense from your hunter's sense that there isn't any particular way that seems to be good to hurt them. There's no vulnerability, but they don't seem to be warded. There's nothing in there that makes you think that they're going to be adverse to any sort of damage that you throw their way.
Very nice.
So no immunities, no
as,
resistances, no vulnerabilities. They just look very mortal.
Cool. So as I sort of suss them out, I'm going to sort of just signal to, again with rudimentary hand signals, for Jasper and I to attack perhaps this guy here.
Yep. He nods in agreement.
Okay.
All right. So, how do we want to kick this thing off? I'm sure that the Magicianess is going to have something in plan first. So I won't roll initiative just yet, but maybe as soon as the Magicianess drops something, then we'll roll advantage as a group because we've got a surprise round on these guys.
Oh yeah, I will have told to the group beforehand, like the spell will be the signal. You'll know it when you see it. Does Kaylin? Is this ground zero of the camp? Basically, this fireplace. Is this the highest concentration? Basically, based on our preliminary flyby.
I don't see any additional people that I didn't see originally, or sorry, gnolls that I didn't see originally from as we did like our loop around.
Okay then.
Just double checking them.
Yeah, that's a pretty way to ascertain it. Yeah, it's looking good.
Okay, cool. So I'll just kind of like whisper. It's only these that we see here.
In that case, we'll probably be we can be there. That's fine. Yeah. So I will holding your hand so that you guide me. I go, gosh, it's a good thing we have you. I can't see shit. Pardon. Pardon my Luskin. I'm practicing. And then when we ascertain like where the main host is, we will surge up to 150 feet in the air, which is like the upper limit of the range of my magic. And then Magicianess will conjure like this cloud of sparkling glitter lights. That is her magic in one hand. And she goes, but as it begins to like swirl and roil, it gradually turns like to more red and black as it shrinks down. And she sort of just mutters under her breath, the glitter and the cards and the bubbles, it's really all just for show. And then finally, the magic condenses to this like roiling pearl of black and red light, and she lets it drop down into the epicenter of the camp. And
watching this like in awe, like, wow.
Are you ready for some magic?
Kaylin's like, yeah, buddy.
She drops the pearl down, and this like this red star falls from heaven into the camp and detonates in a 40-foot wide explosion. So from this guy, it will cover all of these guys.
Oh, damn.
So it will just basically
Essentially
up to
just
this
all but
guy,
two.
up to
All
this
but two.
guy. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is it
pretty
reaching
much.
this one?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
I
good
missed
question.
out that one.
Oh, 3.
Oh, I should say it is.
Oh, no, he gets it.
Yeah.
What spell did you drop?
Yeah, we're...
Fireball. It's fireball.
Fireball.
Well, it's
Jesus.
Magicianess's fireball.
Wow.
So
Wow.
what she does is level 5 fireball transmuted to lightning damage,
Whoa.
and then uses channel divinity to maximize it. So they all of them must make a DC 17 dex save or take 60 damage, or 30 for half.
30 for 60 or 30. Wow. So
As it explodes.
as the Magicianess kind of shows
So it's just
something that is definitely not a parlor trick, just dropping that pearl of just shimmering black and red energy kind of sparking and beginning to kind of lick off with electrical kind of sparks of lightning, and the thing just drops and you see the shockwave just kind of resound out. It just kind of emanating kind of in the middle and then just bursting out with this massive explosion. Damn, I got a lot of saves to try and roll. What have they got? Dex, it's not a lot. Let's break it up into 2 groups.
what's their max HP?
Nope. Nope and nope. Okay. Oh, there's got to be a way to mass do this. Whoops. Can I mass do it? Hang on, I'm just going to try something real quick. No, I can't do it on mass. Oh, damn. So 60... Alright, bear with me for just a sec. I'm just going to have to do this manually. Shit, damn. I just got to start marking these off.
We even roll initiative.
Not yet.
Nope. This was a surprise for
Okay, I got to do it
So,
like that.
Magician
Okay.
Earth, what did the knowledge do to hurt you in your past?
Look at
Sorry,
those
learning
black
API
lights
things.
gushing everywhere.
Yeah, I think after this we have to have a discussion with the Magicianess to find out what the Knolls did to her in the past. How did they hurt you? 'Cause fuck.
I hate novels. Their fur is so coarse and gritty and it gets everywhere.
Okay, let's mark off those that
This is
did
like
not
the weirdest fairy
survive.
godmother ever.
So I got to find quicker ways to
I
do
leave it to the
updates on
DM.
this.
Yeah. Whatever other visual or auditory effects I leave to DM discretion.
Oh, nice. So literally as...
Happening in the mushroom cloud. Just like up in the
Wow.
air with the breeze, and it's just like blowing the coats and everything, and just blowing our hair, and it's just like it's a beautiful night, and the hair's just going, and there's just manslaughter in the background.
Like everyone else on the ground is just running and just stops like, oh fuck.
This is just every girl's dream. Manslaughter in the front. Wind
Yeah.
blowing through the hair.
This is why I tell you we need to kill spellcasters first.
Yes.
I hear you.
So
Yeah,
as
you're
this
not wrong.
detonation goes off, you just see an absolute tirade of chaotic energy just tear through. Its flame and lightning that just seems to either tear some of the gnolls apart, and others are just absolutely consumed by flame. The more hardy of them look hurt. They're definitely hurt, and there's not many left of them. But let's go ahead and roll some initiative just to see how this plays out. That's nasty.
21, not 20.
Oh, look at that. Merry Christmas.
Did that come through?
You
Because I hadn't
gotta be
clicked my.
kidding me.
Oh,
Matt, you
no.
didn't click your token.
No, you didn't.
Uh-huh.
Fuck. I was gonna say, like, did that come through? Alright, well, I got a 20.
That's right. Jasper rolled
cool.
definitely the worst.
Edit it.
That was impressive. Natural 1.
No. I also got a natural 1.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
You're not alone.
Let me click my token again. I can't actually click my token on this screen.
Oh.
Oh no, I've just got the wrong thing fucking selected. Sorry.
Oh. Should be good. Should be good.
Those
My roll was still not far off.
You can bump it
Or
if
just
you want.
click on it and edit it.
Yeah,
in the
make it
toolbar.
21.
Oh, I got a 19.
It's a good it's a good
21.
roll.
in interest of fairness, I think this guy and onwards are still alive. They would have been out of the blast radius.
Oh.
So these 4 mooks down here by the bottom left.
Bottom left. Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you drop it from?
Oh, actually,
'Cause-
yeah, because it was a 40 foot, so it'd be
Yeah, they're all
I would have got him.
toast.
It would have got him.
all these guys. Are first.
Yeah.
Well, if there's a 20-foot radius, so it would have been like, basically like here, it would have caught everybody. Something
I
like
think you
that.
said it was
Oh,
40-foot
okay.
radius.
Yeah, 40-foot diameter. Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah, 2 very different things.
Okay, so a little bit. Maybe these 3 down the bottom.
Because of
Yeah. That's, yeah.
is it good? Yeah. Yeah, that would have still hit
Yeah,
the
that's
fucking
right.
half
Yeah.
majority.
Damn. Okay.
There you go. There's more for you to beat up.
Yeah.
What do we have? Oh,
More
okay.
things to shoot at now.
So we've got Carrot at the top. So you've got a couple of targets in front of you, but everything's looking very dead in that camp.
That's mildly disturbing. Alright, so from where I'm standing now, can I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
You've got a tent kind of in your way over in this direction. So visual, you could see this one at the back. Oh, you'd probably be able to see this one up the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've probably got 6 in view.
Alright, I'm gonna drop to one knee and slam my mace into the ground and speak a word of radiance.
Okay.
And every one of the ones that I can see has to make a con save of 15, or they take 2d6 radiant.
Okay. Pass. 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 Oh, natural 20. Okay, no, sorry, they're all passes. Is it half on a failure?
No, because it's cantrip, so.
Okay, they're all
Save or
good.
suck.
All right. Is that all of your moves, actions, all that kind of stuff? Because we're jumping over into
Well,
ice.
I thought that'd go differently. Let me just quickly. Summon a spiritual weapon with my bonus action.
Okay, go for it. All right, Weiss, what would you like to do? If the timer freaks out, I'll just bring you back.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see it's on like 72 or something. I'm going to just literally weigh into this guy here, first of all.
Okay.
So I come at him.
Roll
Okay,
away.
and so for my first attack, I'll hit him with my axe. I'm going to do it two-handed.
Nice.
So that's a 19.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
that'll hit.
Ignore my roll.
Okay, so it does this damage plus 2d6.
Right.
Fire. And he's my favored foe, so he gets an extra 1d4 damage. I'll just roll it here because I've got shit all in my face. 1d4. And I'm going to spend... how's he looking at this stage, just out of curiosity?
He's looking
in
dead.
his first attack. Oh, right, okay.
There's two of him.
So he's gone, dead, or...?
Yep, he is.
Okay, rinse and repeat. I will use the rest of my movement to move over to this guy. And my second attack, I will come at him with the Cleaver of Death, 26.
Okay.
With a 16 points of damage, plus 2d6 fire.
I mean, you can add a
And-
plus D4 to that if you want.
Why is this?
Yeah,
Why is that? Oh, because of your thing. Yeah, right.
yeah. You
Another
get once per
D4.
turn.
Plus, so that's another 3. And how is he looking?
He's still up. He's still there.
Okay, I'm going to spend a key point and do Flurry of Blows. So now I get 3 unarmed attacks at him, I think.
Okay.
Because I'm spending a key point or chi point, and then I get 2 because that's what it lets you do. So this is just nuts.
Reset the combat tracker.
So
I've put it on pause.
first attack is a 19 for unarmed strike.
That's a hit. Oh, no.
Second attack is a 22. And third attack is a miss with a 9. So, bludgeoning damage, 1d4 plus 4. So that's 8. Plus an additional 8 again.
That's more than enough. How do you take this thing out?
That's so like in a tide of flowing water. She just basically whips her axe off of her back and comes lunging towards the first one with her eyes rolling back like a great white shark, as it were, and just basically cleaves into the first one, just cutting sick, hacking off a limb. She then bounds around using her unrestricted speed, comes in at the other one and just basically starts lopping bits off before finishing off with 2 very strong headbutts and kind of stands there panting.
Nice. All right, we're over to Kaylin. I know the combat tracker jumped forward, but yeah, it's something I'll have to change. But Kaylin, you're up.
Just a quick question to Magician Naz. Can I fly separately from you? Or do I have to stay with you?
I think when you cast Fly at 4th level, you get to like cast it on 2 different beings, not like you've got to hang on to them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you're
okay.
independent.
Yeah, you both get to fly.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop down from 150 down to actually I don't know how far you can move it, fly. I was hoping to drop down to about 9 feet
Oh, damn it.
off the ground. Can I do that?
Yeah, you have 60 feet movement from fly.
So it's the perfect amount. So I'm dropping down to there. I actually just need to roll a d6 real quickly. I don't know what Maiden Favor's on. Oh, fire. Awesome.
Okay.
So Kaylin is going to use her bonus action to cast Hex on this one here.
Okay.
And she's going to take 2 shots with Raver's Wing. So 2
Ooh.
black bolts are just of shadow are just going to come out of nowhere and just aim straight for this knoll above its head.
All right, and it's a 12 and 11. Neither of them managing to find purchase. This thing's a bit wily and moving around on the ground now. Those two not hitting a high enough AC.
Okay. Kaylin's just going to kind of like colourfully swearing undercommon and just hover there.
Okay, nicely done. Over to Lara.
Lara's going to be like fallen sniper style on top of the ledge and like crawl forward, pull out her beloved bones for Mortifer. Does have time remaining, but I'm assuming it's paused.
Don't worry about it. It's alteration that I'll have to make.
Cool. And I'm going to aim for that little one there.
Okay.
To the 50 feet away. Alrighties. See how we do. Oh, sad miss on the first go.
No luck. This one's wily. It's freaking out and starting to kind of, almost run rings. Oh, but that one will hit.
For the... Ooh. And I do believe we had a discussion where I get to add now the sneak attack damage as well. It's not or, it's as well as.
As long as it meets the criteria for sneak attack, like if there's someone right next to it, or if you take steady aim on your first
fair
shot.
point.
But it still does a pretty hideous amount of damage.
19 damage then.
Oh,
Which is 3
yeah.
of which is necrotic. And then as my bonus action, well, may as well just go for that third shot.
Okay.
For another
Jesus.
23 damage and 20 hit. And that is to the one that is in front of Caitlin still.
How do you finish this thing off?
It's running around like a madhouse, seemingly going crazy as you says, when all of a sudden it just stops dead. And crumples down to the ground.
Oh, nice.
One additional bolt sticking out of its head.
Excellent. Thing looking like a pin cushion now, just its lifeblood beginning to leak out of the floor onto the floor. It's not moving at all anymore. Brings us over to the Magicianess.
Yeah, the one on the far right. This guy is an enemy too, right? The one. This one.
Yes, correct.
That's pretty much the limit of my vision. So I will. You know what? I'm going to shoot a fireball over here to catch these 4 jokers.
Okay. Jesus. All right.
She goes, who's laughing now? And she drops a fireball on them.
Nice. Do you want to roll for damage? DC 17, isn't it?
Yes, DC 17 dex save. And it's just a normal fireball. I will roll the damage.
Fail, and... Oh, and one save. One save.
It's just a slew of like red and black fire.
Damn.
Damage. Oh, 25.
Holy crap. Okay, well, for the ones that failed, that is fatal. absolutely engulfed in flame, much like their other friends. But this one's saved, so that's only 50. He's still up. Okay, there's only a handful of them left now. Is there anything else you want to do with your move?
She'll fly 60 feet down closer to Weiss. She's like dropping her altitude.
Nice. All right, brings us over to Sterling.
Alright, so Sterling's behind a rock, so he'll poke out and shoot this guy over here.
Nice.
It's a sharpshooter. So, I'm assuming he didn't know I was there, or did he know?
No, he doesn't know.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Why did it say the Jedi? Doing what I wanted to do. Alright, so take 21 points. Oh, because of the Force, that's right. Take 25 points of damage.
Nice. 21 plus 4.
Actually, yeah, I'm just going to re-roll the 1 though, so bear with me for a second.
Okay, go for it.
It's a d6. Okay. Alright, so add an extra 3 to that.
Okay, nice. Oh, that's enough. Straight off the bat. That one is literally hit by a bolt, and that little surge of force just seems to spread what's left of its body in a very wide arc.
Alright, so then I will move forward. And I'll shoot this one. Is there any other? I can't actually see any other targets.
No, that's all that's left. Everything else is on fire.
Body's on fire.
How does this one look?
Look, he's kind of he's looking hurt. He's definitely looking hurt, but still fighting.
Alright, so then I will sharpshoot him again. I don't know why it's not automatically rolling the damage.
Oh, that's huge.
That's for the negative to attack, by the way.
That's insane. That's a huge roll.
Alright, so...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Alright, so you can take 26 points of damage.
Absolutely.
Now?
Well, how would you like to finish him off?
Oh, I thought he looked healthy. I didn't realize he was on death's door.
Until he got...
fireballed.
He was fine till you came along.
Yeah, he was just not fucked up.
I thought you said he was okay. Otherwise, because then I would have come and knocked him out.
He was-
I thought I could do. All right,
He
fair
was
enough.
still fighting.
Could
That
you
was...
do non-lethal damage with your crossbow?
All right.
You just shoot him in the leg.
Look, I'm not looking for anything spectacular. I want it to be quick and fast, so it's like a bolt to the forehead, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Jesus. Just with that added force damage, it's not pretty anymore. Quick and effective, but there is literally just a ragged stump left where its neck is or head was. That definitely brings us out of combat. I've got a couple of things to change with the combat tracker. I think we need a bit more time on each of our successive hits, but that was a massacre.
Can Magicianess just like land gracefully down by Weiss?
You see Jasper walking forward with his
like-
flail kind of at his side, and he's just like, fucking hell. All right. Yeah, okay. Nice. Yeah.
And it was just like doing like somersaults in the air and then just like cools down to him. And that's without me making a single hit either.
Oh no!
Karen just looks up at Jasper and it's like, yeah, like shrugs. I told you I'm not the one to worry about. Like, I'm
Alright.
just the face.
Can we check what's not on fire and find out who these guys are?
Absolutely. For those that would like to, or if you want to nominate one person to give advantage for an investigation check, or if you want to nominate two who might have some good investigation.
Carrot would have a good one, wouldn't he?
-1.
The magician
Mine's
then?
+5.
A +5 as well.
Magicianess, what are you?
For investigation, a +7.
Ooh.
Hey,
Oh, magicianess.
Okay.
You have to go rooting around some corpses. Good luck.
Oh dear, this is not
Oh,
my
you
favorite
made-
part.
You made most of them.
Well,
Just point me in the direction you want me to touch stuff, and I'll do it.
oh no. 2 11s.
hello.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Legs 11.
So as she's looking around, look, these guys definitely seem like they were either slavers or, with them being gnolls, either probably like a raiding or hunting party that were out for stock. Not a nice thing. It doesn't look like they had anyone in tow, so whether or not they were coming or going from another previous raid, hard to tell if they were yet to hit. But yeah, not the most savoury of beasts, but unfortunately not much else to really discern from this very exploded and burnt mess.
Weiss turns to Magicianess as she gracefully descends beside her, and she sort of looks somewhat concerned. She says, "Are you hurt?"
Oh, dear Weiss, no, thank goodness. Kaylin was there. You know, we were safe up there. Are you alright? I saw you go, fist to jab for jab with those terrible monsters.
Yeah, she said that the worst experience was coming close to them and then being showered in their blood. But
Oh.
I did what I could.
I will prestidigitation all the blood off her.
Nice.
There.
Just like that.
While this is going on, Karis can run up like, magicianess. Like, are you okay? We got here and it looked like something had fucking exploded.
Oh yes, no. That was the gnolls. They exploded.
Ah, good. As long as it was only them. Like, that was really convenient.
That's
Couldn't have had it better.
He's got no idea what actually happened.
Aelin just like floats above his head. It's just like kind of lying there, kind of like she's technically kind of planking, but it looks like she's like lying across the ground with her hands under her chin. She just looks down at him and goes, "Yes, that was the magicianess. She made them go pop." And she like does the pop motion with her hands.
I love it.
Yeah, he doesn't understand the implication. Just like, oh, that's nice.
I should use this for my next act, making gnolls disappear.
Oh wow. Okay, so with
You
that
did very well.
that
was
mess
just a shower of death.
exploded all over the place. Oh Jesus.
Hello.
There's probably a comma in there somewhere. Yeah, it's just an absolute mess. But also in the investigation, looking through, what you do find is basically... Oh, wow. Okay, I'll put all of this into our chat channel, but there's a couple of things. So it's a bit of copper, a little bit of gold, probably about 22 worth of gold, plus a little goblin key that looks like it could lock any door, a flask of wine, a couple of clockwork gears, some dried meat. There's probably enough dried meat there to keep the group going for another 3 days worth of travel to keep everyone fed. Although the dried meat is a little bit overcooked now.
What sort of meat?
That's
check.
Yes.
roll
Yeah, meat.
a... Oh, what would it be? Maybe nature to try and figure out what kind of meat it is.
Yes. Can you distinguish long pig with a nature check?
Hard to tell because it's all been quite well burnt with that series of events. Nice. It's weird, but it's nothing that you've ever eaten before, so you're a little dubious as to what it is, but it looks edible.
It tastes alright.
Tastes like pork.
Let's put that in the maybe pile.
I can cook a nice meal for you all. You really don't have to go for Noel Slaver camp meat. You deserve better.
Helen kind of goes, well, it does taste like pork. It kind of like holds it out. Like, does anyone else want to try? Or
Oh, damn.
Look, if we weren't sure it's sentient, I don't think you should be eating it.
well, technically, a chicken is sentient before we snap its neck.
I think you know what I mean. I
I'm
mean,
gonna point out
maybe-
Kalen's still
I mean-
floating around the air above Sterling's head, like fully.
do chickens have aspirations and hopes and dreams?
They could do. Do you speak to them?
Yeah, they do. Dear God.
Of course they do.
Today,
They
today
wanna fly.
one of the chickens' montage was run free, and I didn't want to chase after it, so it ran free. It will die tonight.
Didn't Wallace and Gromit do like a documentary about this?
If you remember,
Like, I feel like I don't want to be a pie. I don't like gravy. This is coming to mind.
Chicken Run.
Yeah, Chicken Run. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's the one. Thank you.
It's not a documentary. Animation chicken running.
It really happened.
Gromit thing. It's by the creators of Wallace and Gromit.
I'm gonna be honest, that's just what I assume all English people are like forever. Simon, back me up.
That's right. Look, if there's tea involved, then definitely. It's all real if there's tea involved somewhere.
Oh, dear.
So your cultural touchstones for Great Britain is like Mr. Bean, Chicken Run, and Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, that's all you
If
got.
only.
Well, cheese.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do with Ground Zero here? Or is it time to head back to the other camp?
We've investigated fully. We've put out their fire.
It is snuffed.
Or are we going to add all their bodies to the fire?
Well, do you think? I think we should make a bit of a fire, or so this town proper can see what's going on and investigate, and subsequently realise that there's a whole shit ton of gnolls so close to town. Perhaps, or at least
we
we
don't
need to get word to them.
Now. We would rather maybe let us rest, and before we leave in the morning, we set it on fire.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. So if there's nothing further here, then heading back to the camp is no hard task, and no real reason for stealth. Well, can't imagine that there would be any real reason for stealth now. But heading back, look, it took a couple of hours to get there and to kind of eliminate what was there. But you've got plenty of time to catch up on a bit of rest. Just got to reload that. Every once in a while, the screens go a bit black when we're loading the maps. It's just if I've put animations on, sometimes it breaks the maps. Small thing. But heading back, look, the general air seems to be one of holy shit. And you can see that Jasper's acting a little different. He seems a little bit cowed or a little bit impressed or surprised as to what the hell just happened. But he kind of settles by the fire for a bit. He seems to be happy with the rest that he's taken before and is just kind of continuing on to sit by the fire. Anything else you guys want to kind of do while we're seeing out the first night?
I just wanna-
Caitlin is
Sure,
just gone back into the dark and has kind of gone more into a half dozing, half prayer kind of position.
Sterling goes talks to Jasper and says to him, "And I want you to know, I'm the least scary of my companions."
I love it. Love
Jasper
it.
just looks sidelong at Sterling and goes, "Fucking hell, that was impressive. I'm not gonna lie. That was you're toting some pretty serious firepower. You have to pardon the pun, but yeah, look, I'm going to level with you. You guys can definitely handle yourselves, and look, I could really do it with a couple of friends like you in Luskin if you get what I'm saying. If you're interested... Oh shit, yeah, why not? Look, we're heading to Luskin to do a job, and you can obviously handle yourself, so what do you think? Do you want to hear about it? Do you want to maybe have a think about getting in on this?
We'd be interested, but just remember our goal is to get to. We're heading north, so we don't mind doing. We'd be interested in doing a job, but then after that, we're still heading north.
You know what? That works out perfect for me. I don't want any ties, and once this job's done, we're getting out of Luskin in a hurry. But look, if you're interested, I'll give you the lowdown. See if it might whet your appetite.
Somehow Lara is still awake through all this and listening.
Oh,
We're interested.
all right. Oh, shit. If you're heading north, then a little bit of extra coin in your pocket probably won't go too far. I think you're a little bit batshit crazy to be heading up there, but that's your business, not mine. So, look, Mark Alan and I are getting paid for a very particular mark. What I can offer you is basically you take anything that you find, but we take the target. Trust me, you want to do us over on this one, we're going to be the last of your concerns. You'd be more worried about the Baron on the other side of that one. You savvy?
We'll play it straight, as long as you guys play it straight.
Hey, that's all I'm saying. We'll take care of you, you take care of us. So look, when we get to Luskin, there's going to be someone coming into port. Doesn't come into port very often. When he does, he's got a few people with him. Someone by the name of Elok Jarawan. He's the captain of a ship called the Dragon Fang. He's coming in to do a bit of business with someone, pretty high up in Luskin. And when he does, we just want to make sure that we get the thing in demand before they do, without paying anyone or anyone finding out about it.
So this is not a case of killing him and taking his stuff. You want this done quietly. It's a heist.
That's
Is that what
it.
you're saying?
That's exactly it. Look, Elok's a bit of a pain in the ass, and to be quite honest, you guys have got some chops, but I think even if you tried to take him head on, I don't think it would work out too well for us. So, yeah, we want to keep this as quiet as possible. Get in, get out, and get out of town. But, hey, with your backing, I think we're opening up some new options.
Do you
Is
have
he saying
any?
this to...
Yeah, keep
Can
going.
everyone hear this, or...?
Oh, yeah, he's open. He's very open with this. He's not being
Private
secretive
conversation.
about it.
Oh, cool. Cool.
So
Taylor would have come back out of when she noticed Sterling talking. She would have come over to start listening.
does this? Do you have any assistants in Luskin, or is it just you two?
Just us two. Now, look, I've been keeping her out of harm's way because, look, she's the hands of the operation. I don't know a better thief than her, but, yeah, I don't want to get her killed before we get there. You know what I mean? We need her to stick around for a bit.
I know what it is like when you have to protect those around you. And I look at Kaylin.
Oh, no.
Sorry, what?
They were.
So sweet.
And Sterling says, "I know what it's like when you have to protect those around you." And then Sterling looks at Kaylin specifically.
So
Alan
cute.
kind of like pointedly looks away and like thinks the rock over there looks very interesting.
Okay, so it's a heist. We keep it quiet. We don't get caught. Your friend here is so she's got a plan, and we're just filling the gaps in the plan, or do we need to come up with the plan?
We need to come up with a plan. I'll share with you everything that I know. We want to make this work. So look, we know Elok is the captain of the Dragon Fang, but look, that's a big galley, and it never makes port. He's going to be sending one of his smaller ships in. It'll either be one or two ships. It will be the Sea Drake, or it will be the Kraken's Bane. So the two of those, there's two spots that they could touch down in Luskan. One is Dragon Beach, and the other one's the open shore. Depending on which one it is and where they touch down, it might change our game plan a little bit, but just so you know what you're up against, these guys are not to be trifled with. Eloch, he's a smart one. He's impatient, he's humorless, and he's pretty cruel as well. He's got a first mate, Mad Kalita. She's an orc, but well known for her brutality. She's pretty nasty. Usually runs around with two very large axes. And then the one that makes me nervous is, I don't know if it's a woman or a man, I don't know what it is, but it's just known as the Eye of the Deep. Anyone that I've asked about it, I get a lot of nervous looks of anyone that knows anything, so I don't know, what do you think? Are you in?
Just quickly, given Kayla's background and everything, I'm sure she would have heard about a lot of the Luxton and all that. Has she specifically heard about this ship and everything?
No, these guys reside a lot further south.
Okay. So this is like new to her, weird, uncommon. She never would have expected something she didn't know about. Okay.
So we're going to discuss it, but this captain, what do we know about her or him?
Eloch, yeah. All I know is no one fucks with him. That's for sure. I've never seen him in action.
But is it?
I don't know if he's a fighter or if he's more about magic. All I know is that he's a cruel bastard and he gets other people to do his job, which is why no one knows what he's capable of.
I guess what I'm trying to say is he independent? Is he a privateer? Does he work to some sort of government? Is he a
Oh no.
Is he a pirate? What are we talking about?
He's a pirate. He's a self-professed pirate king, like they all are. Every pirate thinks he's the pirate king, but if anyone was going to make a claim for it, I think it'd be him. He's definitely got a bit of a fleet behind him, that's for sure.
All right. Well, let us discuss it, but I can't. But on a tentative scale, I don't see any issues. It doesn't seem. I don't have a problem with it.
Hey, look, if we're touching on one of their ships to get hold of what we need, then I think you're going to be pretty well paid. Look, everything we find is yours. I don't care. We just want to get what's in the box and get out. That's it.
All right. So you get a box. We get what's left on the ship. Does that sound correct?
That sounds good to me. Anything you find, that's all yours.
And the ship itself, we just leave the ship, or are we taking the ship? What's the plan?
Nah, I think we leave that. I think if we try to take it, we'll be sunk before we get out of the bay.
Fair enough. Okay.
But that's up to you. I mean, as soon as I've got hold of what we need, then we're getting out of there.
Oh, I'm just wondering if we can send him back his ship, like, you know, back on the sea sails and then set it to explode after a certain point in time.
Hey, that would be
I don't think we
fun.
need to do that.
But hey, that's your flavour. That's
Enough in the
Sorry, Kaylin, you're saying?
I was just saying that we might not need to even send it out to sea, depending on how far this box is in the ship. If it's down in the cargo hold, we might just be able to light a fire down there and get off quick, and it will sink in the bay.
Well, I mean, this is what I'm thinking, though. We want to loot some of the ship, right? Some of the treasure to help us fund our expedition. Right? Not only that, though, we need to then send the ship back out because we want him to think that the ship sunk with the items on it. If that makes any sense?
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, he's going to spend, if he's around, he's going to spend his whole time dredging the bay, looking for what was on the ship, as opposed to knowing that most of the stuff went with the ship. If that makes any sense?
Fair enough.
It's only I mean, look, that's my suggestion. It's not the more, there's a lot of holes in the plan.
It's not even really a plan at this stage. It's more an idea.
Correct. So you're right. It's only an idea.
And then just nods at Jasper and then kind of goes back to more of a quiet and...
All right, Jasper, we're going to talk it over. If that's all right with you.
all right. Talk away. I'll go let Mark Alan know about the change in what's going on?
All right, guys. Do we want to, I don't know, steal stuff from the Pirate King?
Always.
Sounds fun. If
Very
you
well,
have,
yeah.
if you have Weiss and I.
We
Look,
need to fund this trip somehow. We
everybody.
didn't get much for the last one.
I mean, look, this is dangerous. Everybody's got an equal say in what they want to do. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's suggestion is as valid as anybody else's. I don't know how to plan a heist like this, so forum's open. It sounds like so far nobody said that they don't have an issue with this. Carrot?
Nope, no issue with that. They sound like bastards, but the actual execution is a little bit outside of my experience. I can knock some heads if we need to, but infiltrating a base is different.
Well, I'm still a little confused. Like, are we infiltrating the ship and then stealing whatever we can get our hands on and then leaving the ship? Or are we actually capturing the ship, looting it, and then sending it away on fire? I don't know. Like, what are we...
It is better to
We'd probably
infiltrate.
better
Just
doing a heist, stealing some shit, and then just getting away.
Yeah.
Because, if we burn down the ship, then that's going to get a lot more attention.
Yes, and I think that defeats the purpose of in and out, quick and
Yeah, so-
stealthily.
Get
But
in,
are we
build
all
some
built
valuable
for in and
shit.
out?
And if we do not draw attention to ourselves in the first place, we won't know who to come looking for.
Exactly.
That's right, yeah.
So, get in, steal a couple of valuable items, get out.
I don't... In my mind, I don't know if that's necessarily correct, because whether or not we set the ship on fire or whether or not we send him back, he finds an empty ship, he's going to know that something's wrong.
Well, yes.
True, but if we wanted to set the ship on fire, we could just send Magicianess in there and just
No, but we need to...
apparently put that into a black hole.
we need to we need to get whatever MacGuffin these guys want.
I hate to point out the obvious, but weren't we trying to keep a low profile?
That's what I mean.
Well, Luskin is a hive of villainy, isn't it? Isn't that what it is now?
Yes. But
We'd
you
be
would
safe there.
loud. I think these more heisty type things are a lot more mine and Lara's speed.
But what?
At the very least or at least I have enough experience with this kind of thing.
Sorry, what were you accusing me of having experience doing?
Getting in and out without causing a disturbance.
Ah, yes. That I can manage.
Not sure if you are more heist like me, but I know you have similar skills at the very least.
Well, I have to admit, last time I tried to get in and out of somewhere unnoticed, it did not bode well. Touches eye gingerly.
Well, I mean, Luskin is essentially a pirate's haven, isn't it, for the most part?
We don't
So-
want to draw attention to ourselves because if this guy is as bad as he says, Jasper says he is, then I'm sure he'll have enough people behind him, either out of loyalty or fear, that if we draw attention to ourselves and cause a big disturbance, we will have the whole settlement upon us, not just one pirate ship.
Well, I mean, I think you're right. Let's do this quietly. But one pirate having his stuff stolen, that's sort of like an occupational hazard. I'm pretty sure he didn't get to the top by building a coalition of like-minded people and
A pirate stole something?
appealing to the angels. I'm just saying he didn't appeal to the angels of their better nature. He would have murdered and killed his way to the top. So he's got plenty of people who are waiting for him to make a mistake.
Almost certainly.
So it's better for us to go in, get the stuff, and get out, rather than blow up a ship inside or
Yeah.
just outside of the bay.
Okay,
Because
agreed.
then... Okay.
I guess the only other question is, do we leave some sort of false trail, though?
We're in a town
I
full
like
of
that
pirates.
idea.
town
Like-
full of pirates, and we're attacking what is sounding like the most feared one of them all. I'm sure he has plenty of people who would dare steal from him. Not doesn't necessarily have to immediately think of a whole band of strangers that have come into town.
But what I'm saying is, do we leave something behind that would point him elsewhere?
We can have a go. I guess we'll have to find out more info at the town whether or not there's some way we can do that.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure we can get an additional body somewhere and just leave them behind.
I mean, I'm even talking about some, well, like if he's got an enemy, they may have a well-known standard, like, like maybe their daggers all have the same symbol on them or something. I don't know, something small, something insignificant, not major, something that looks like it was dropped or left behind.
Yeah,
We
we'll
could
have to-
always gather
Sorry.
some hair or some fur from the gnolls that are here, put it in a little pouch for later, and we'll just sprinkle it around the ship. Then therefore, gnolls are so dumb that it might work as a decoy perhaps that way.
Okay. Let's workshop it then.
Oh, should we go to the town then and do some recon?
Well, Luskin's still 9 days away though, isn't it? Something like that.
Something like that.
So we got time to think it over, come up, try to refine our. I mean, we don't really know much about it, where the person might come from. How are we going to? Is this going to have to be like a split the party sort of thing? Certain people camp on certain beaches, or is there a way of divining which one he might land on, like an augury of some sort?
At this point, we
I'll look
can't-
up at my fairy godmother and be like, hey, do you have a way of working this out?
Well, I'm afraid I know. I can't predict the future or anything like that. But I can offer spells that would create distractions, or indeed, and then she'll cast some sparkles will float around and she'll turn invisible. Like, this might be useful if we want to infiltrate this ship.
And what about? Does nobody have the ability to augury the future?
I do, actually.
So, augury is about woe or wheel, and it's
Yeah.
like the question would be like, if we were going to this particular beach, would we be successful in encountering the pirates? You know what I mean? And then we would get a woe or wheel option.
Would it not be
Oh.
better if we waited till we got to the town and did some recon at town before we did anything?
Oh no, the recon in town is still a thing. We're still doing that. I'm just saying, what else can we bring into bear to help us? What do
Oh
we
yeah,
got?
well, I can divine the shit out of that before we get in there if we want to augury it.
We can use flight and
I like
such
that
to
idea.
scout as well, maybe, if that helps.
So I mean, yeah, and at the same time we'll, I don't know, sneak around town, investigate, listen to rumors and so forth, trying to put together a picture. So, like I'm saying, is we don't leave any stone unturned, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. At least if we can get an idea before we walk in too. How does this spell work?
Oh, how does augury work?
Oh, shit.
you
Yeah, okay, that seems...
You could use it to kind of
Yeah.
basically try and divine. You've got two locations, or two ship names that you could try and get either like a positive or negative, a woe or wheel in response to your question.
Just so you know, woe means bad and wheel means good.
Thank you. Oh, I'm going to,
Well, we got a couple of weeks in real time to think about it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to. We don't have to have everything nailed down tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I have the spell slots for it, we can get a direction, and since this is an aspect of my abilities I'm not familiar with it, I'm just finding out with it, I'm going to look at Sterling and be like, alright, well, how do I phrase this question to ask my... Oh, would I be asking my god, or would I just be like, casting it to the fates?
You'd probably be
I imagine
casting
if
it.
it's a spell, you're asking your god.
Yeah.
Yeah. saying. Either case, you'd be asking a question, and that question gets you a yes or a no, or a luck or like it's essentially woe and wheel.
Yep.
So you've got to phrase the question in such a way that if we go to this particular place, will we encounter this? Blah, like or something, and then that gives us a yes or no or woe or wheel. Are we likely to? Are we likely to run into the people? Or sorry, are we going to run into the people that we want to run into? Or that would give you a woe or wheel answer.
Yep.
But don't you need to know what the beaches and the place looks like to be able to ask that question?
Nope. I just need to know what
Just
an aspect of it is. So I'll
yeah,
skip
literally
we're gonna do this.
just know the question. That's it.
But I think augury is only a certain depth into the future, right?
Yeah, it's very yes
30
or no.
minutes.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just I mean, on a technical sense, it's hard for the DM as well to know because you can't actually anticipate what the players actually do. So therefore,
It's true.
you do the best you can. You do the best you can based on it. That's why it's sort of like
That's probably why it's limited to 30 minutes. So it's like I can look 30 minutes into the future if we're about to do this, but I couldn't look now at what we're doing in 9 days because that would be a completely different spell.
Like, to give you another idea, like you can walk into a dungeon and go, well, if we don't check for traps on this level, are we going to be, are we going to be able to successfully navigate it without being injured? And the answer is, well, we will. You sort of give an idea, but you know what I mean. The DM still can't control the players. You just base it based on what they at the time.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's divination, so it's not precise. It's just like a better inclination of what you should do.
That's it. So it's probably going to be handy
we haven't got
closer.
the well, we haven't got the bare bones of the plan, but at least we got the start of a thought bubble. So, and then Kaylin was talking about getting information in town. Is that right? Do we have contacts in town? Do we have people who would know stuff in town that we know of?
Kaylin generally has at least one person there she would know, just with our contacts. But it's also more we need to know where are the docks, how many docks are there, what side of the town are they on, are there beaches, how do you get onto a ship like that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. We'll do all the recon that we need to do. But the other thing is we also have to be careful because if we start asking questions, people are going to start to take notice. So if you're going to ask it, you're going to have to be disguised as someone else, or in a way that people don't remember you, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we could get in, buy a safe house, or rent a safe house, or a hotel room.
It's at this point that
I mean, or I could hit up the local church, or
might not find many churches in Luskin. But
how about guard towers?
Jasper sticks his head out coming out of the tent and says, all right, well, what do you think? Are you in?
Yeah, we were in like half an hour ago. We just been talking about the specifics.
All right, well, let me help shed a little bit of light on what you're facing. Hang on. And he kind of reaches into the inside of his lapel and produces a map of Luskin that he kind of shares with the group. So, look, let's work together on the plan on how to get in there, but getting out, that's all to you. The less I know about how you're leaving and the less you know about how I'm leaving, the safer we'll both be.
What about I'm a little confused. What's the deal with the horse and the cart and all that stuff? Like, are you taking that back with you?
Oh no!
Or are we taking it with us? I'm confused now.
That's you. You're taking that to the north. That's none of my business. That's the Baron's.
All right, but hold on. He's got gear and he's got stuff in there. Who does it get sold to, and who hangs on to it?
Don't
or
worry.
Who do we give it to? I don't like. What's the plan with?
You get up to Bryn Shander.
Stuff will be off the cart.
Someone will come and approach you. You'll know that they're one of ours, and you just hand it over to them. That's all.
All right, that's cool. We got we now know.
Easy done. Here we go. I'm going to flick you guys over to a map of Luskan that he's going to share with you guys so you can get a lay of the land.
It's like one of those, what do you call it?
Oh, it's lovely.
So are both the ships who are looking at, so I'm probably asking too much of the DM now. I was going to say, are both of them docked in the same area? Or do we need to find that out?
You need to find that out.
Because I just saw there's a second dock down the bottom.
There are. So there's
So
two.
there's Dragon's Breath.
Dragon's Beach and the Open Shore. They're the two ones. They're the two docks that Jasper mentioned.
And he won't come into the docks, they said, his main boat.
His main
Only
ship.
his smaller boat.
That's it.
So he could anchor his ship just off the islands or even further out.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to the gate to the south will be the entry point, and you can see that breaks into a place called the Captain's Court. General history, actually, I don't know. I'd say Weiss has travelled in this direction before, so she probably knows Luskan relatively well. Everything is barred off. Like you can see that there's quite a good kind of perimeter that keeps it pretty well sealed off and safe from the kind of land anyway. Going into the Captain's Court, it's kind of living areas, taverns, what you'd imagine. The entire place, like this place is run by pirates. There are literally self-proclaimed pirate captains, 4 of them that kind of take care of the area. They're broken up into their own little different areas. You've got Captain's Court, which is pretty big, but you've got like the old ruins of like an orc city that used to exist here. Over on the north, you can see that there's like a north gate, which should ultimately probably be the way that you leave, that comes out the top of Captain's Court, goes over the River Murar, and you've got another gate that would basically allow you to go through or could be blocked. I would say for a bit of intel, Jasper would also let you know that note that at nighttime, gates close for safety. So once the sun starts going down, they start closing gates. So if this is happening at nighttime, just take that into consideration when you're planning how to get out of there, whether or not you're getting out of there by infiltration or if something goes wrong.
Is that between? Sorry, is that in and out of town, or is it between the areas as well?
No, in and out of town.
Like, do they
So
close down the bridges?
Southgate and Northgate close at nighttime, but the other gates are open.
Okay.
Oh.
Does Kaylin... So, Kaylin's going to look over the map. From her background, she has the ability, which is the criminal contact. Does she have a rough idea of, like, a bar or a person or, like, a fence that she possibly knows within the city that may have worked with her old guild at some point that she might be able to ask for info from?
Let's roll for it. Roll me a d20.
Okay, interesting. Straight up D20.
Ooh,
15.
that's pretty good. Look, you know of someone that is in the neighborhood. I haven't created them yet, but you do know that they're there. But you don't know where they're working out of, so it might take a little bit of snooping around to find out where they are.
And while they're going over the map, can Kaylin kind of like do it, like pull some paper out and kind of like draw a rough copy of this map?
Yeah, absolutely.
If she uses her forgery skill?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got forgery skills, so look, that's fine. She can definitely copy that quite nicely. All right. Well, hopefully the map helps with trying to formulate a plan. So we got a heist. Which is going to be our next session where we're going to get together and pretty much go through a heist situation together. or a mini heist. I don't think it's going to be quite as spectacular as our last one for Wayne's birthday, but it should be fun. It should be fun. There's a couple of moving parts, but I'm sure you guys are going to figure it out.
You said it.
It won't be that bad.
It feels like we're just going to end up like accidentally brute forcing it.
I mean,
That could be interesting. That's for
What do
sure.
you mean accidentally?
Well, we didn't mean to accidentally nuke the entire encounter last time. Well, one of us did.
No, I'm going in. Magicianess said, "This is what we're doing. I'm going to let off a big spell, and then we can get rid of what's left."
I find it funny the magician just goes, I don't want anybody to know what I can do. And then the first thing she does is show everybody here what she can do.
I mean, she was having to show you people because you're the heroes of Neverwinter, and not necessarily want to show off to Joe Blow of the caravan.
Oh, no, I got it. It's just Joe Blow was there to witness what happened. And then he goes, okay, I may have... He definitely knows now he miscalculated a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. He was like, you guys just blow off null heads like it's nothing, and we just copy nukes from orbit. Like, yeah, you better watch his
He was
tone.
like, he walked into this caravan like, yeah, I'm going to be the big man, scare them all, and he's the one that's trapping himself.
It's like, no.
Well, we could just be friendly from now on and just turn him into an ally. Because now he knows not to fuck with us. We're like, yeah, cool, like, let's be friends.
I mean, we could just say to this pirate guy, like, give us the chest or we will blow your ship to Kingdom Come or something.
Like,
No.
yeah, we could do that and then just blow another ship to Kingdom Come and be like, we'll do that here if you don't give us what we want.
I can imagine he didn't get to where he was by giving up to every person who came and threatened him.
That's fair. We blew
Yeah.
him up and then we threatened the first mate.
I mean, it wouldn't
Yeah.
hurt to create like a dummy chest or an illusion of a replacement chest, so he doesn't even really know it's gone. Like some kind of spell on it, or whether we actually can find out what it looks like, or you know what I mean?
Also, yeah, Magicianess will definitely inquire more about this chest thereafter because, bad history.
I'm sure we can find like a random chest in town that would look similar in some case. Because I'm sure he's not going to have like the most bejeweled case for his most bejeweled item, because he'll have a fairly basic, simple case. So
Well, we don't even need to steal the chest. We could take our own, move the contents over, and then just leave.
I like it. Getting some
Like,
ideas.
If anyone has the distort value, just fill the whole thing with rocks and make it look like, rubies, and
Spray paint some rocks.
and then we just leave.
It's an idea.
Or the ladies could be like, temptresses, and just, be like, have some, bring some trays of ale and whatnot, be like, it's a party on this boat. It's, Sterling's Angels.
Yeah.
I'll do that, and I'll get close enough, and I will, honest to God, slit his throat. Like,
Yes, exactly. Everyone's got, like, crossbows and knives strapped to their thighs and, bust out some spells.
it'll be a repeat of the party. I'll just take all the weapons with me.
Kayla's just going to be like, to be fair, my dad did teach me a lot, but the last time I tried to seduce someone, I nearly ended up married.
Oops.
In
Oh,
some
boy.
weird female kind. I have no idea.
Alright, it sounds like you tried too hard.
Or she was just really good at it.
Yeah. It's like you definitely overshot the goal on that one.
Hook, line, and sinker. Nice. Okay.
Whoa, this is not what I wanted.
So as the group agrees, and you can see that a bit of the facade of Jasper begins to melt away a little bit. He doesn't seem as on edge. He doesn't seem to be quite as kind of concerned with what's going on. He turns kind of towards the... Oh, go for it. What was that?
As he starts looking relaxed, can Kaylin manifest her echo directly behind him?
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
have it tap him on the shoulder and then go again? Before we settle down?
Oh, as you do so, he literally cries, shouts, "What the fuck?" and kind of fumbles for his flail again and drops it on the floor. When he kind of realizes what the hell it is, he just kind of looks over at you. It's like, well, at least you're good at pranks. It's too bad that it doesn't hit anything. He takes...
Kalen's just innocently having nothing happen, what's wrong with you?
I know that thing belongs to you. Jesus, come on now. All right. He picks up his flail again and kind of puts it back at his side. He's definitely not so relaxed now. It's like, well, I guess that's going to come in handy at some point, I hope.
Kalen just smirks and just sits there thinking, this is going to be so much fun. She hasn't had the chance to mess with anyone because everyone else was too nice to her.
All right. Is there anything else that you wanted to go over while you're in camp and getting close to kind of calling it and going into the final watch, which will be fine and be uneventful? But anything else that you wanted to ask Jasper while he's kind of there talking about the job?
I will.
Go ahead. So I was going to say I'd like to know what is in the chest or what he's stealing and why. Because
Yes.
You see, he just kind of smiles at Weiss. Well, that's very sweet of you.
As Weiss asks, I will detect thoughts.
Yep, go for it. Go for it. He says, well, that's very nice.
I might cast the Zone of Truth as well.
Yeah, if you want to. He does notice...
He's pretty much going...
Oh, let's see. 9...
Sterling would basically say, I think he's not going to want to tell us what it's about, and I don't know if there's any point in asking.
Well,
he does...
It doesn't hurt.
He starts answering, and you can see that the effect of the spell does take hold. It said, look, I know you're kind of new to this, but you never ask what you're stealing. You just steal it and you give it to the person that gives you the money. And you can tell that there is just no from the truth in what he said. And he has no idea that he's just kind of gone through that as well.
Who is he? Who are you stealing it for?
You know, the guy that put us on the job.
Oh, the Baron. Sorry. Yes. Yeah.
Yep. I don't think it was done. That's how he answered that one. That sounds a bit ominous.
Said, look.
Does detect thoughts pick up anything?
No, it doesn't.
On the other hand, I am happy-go-lucky and I have no idea what's going on in this conversation. I am kicking around out in the market square.
Oh, he definitely...
Does he know what the chest looks like? Is it...
Oh, when you ask him, he said, look, I have no idea. I know that there should be a chest. It should be pretty obvious when we get in there, but that's why I brought a professional. And he kind of looks back towards the tent where the tiefling is still kind of tucked away.
What could go wrong?
Was the magicianess going to ask something as well?
No, she'll just read. She'll subtle cast detect thoughts and just read as Weiss questions him.
Nice. And you do pick up with the reading. He's he's all in now. You can see that he's not holding back on any detail. He's being very forthright about what's going on. The surprise that Weiss is kind of, you don't even know what the thing is looking like. It's almost like this is his profession. Taking stuff like this is just common, everyday stuff. You don't ask questions, you take it and you get paid.
No. So he genuinely doesn't know anything about it.
No.
Hmm.
You could imagine that, actually Caleb would probably be able to pick up on this. In these kind of circles, the less information ensures a lot more safety for when things go wrong. So when someone's trying to steal something and they don't have all the details and they get sprung, they can be tortured, they can be submitted to magical interrogation. If they don't know, then it's a bit safer.
If Weiss points out that you can't seem to get any info out of him, Kaylin will just say, no client wants to be named as the reason something is getting stolen. We never ask our clients' names, we just steal and get paid. So if he doesn't know what's in there, it's probably for a good reason.
I think we'll have to give it some thought here.
All right, before we call it for the night,
yes.
any other questions you can think of to shoot his way to help you formulate a plan in the coming weeks?
Sorry, what were we stealing again?
A chest of some kind.
So vague, I hate it.
Yeah.
Do you have any contacts in the area that we can use to establish a base within the city?
Me?
Actually, you know what? Carrot would not be asking that in question. Oh, sorry, in character. He'd be going in like, alright, where's the guards?
Lara knows no one outside of this group, basically. It's not been a whole friends thing.
I think I might inquire as to whether there's like a quartermaster or a customs and excise kind of office that might have records of where the ship is going to definitely kind of land, and how there's like ledgers of what it's carrying, and is it that organized, or is it, pirates still kind of say like you're coming in there or that's my spot? Does he have his own particular like pontoon, etc.?
Jasper has no idea.
Because we're not going to be here for long enough to...
Right.
Yeah, all he's got information-wise is he's got two potential ports to look at, either Dragon Beach to the south or the open shore up to the north. But it sounds like it's pretty hush-hush. But yeah, a quick answer would be, it doesn't seem that anyone has sort of like a dedicated port that they use. If anything, it sounds like this guy doesn't make port here very often.
Does he make rum?
Self-respecting pirate, you guess he'd make both.
Good to know he has some standards.
All right. Look, if there's no other things that you wanted to delve into, we might call this one to an end. It was good to kind of stretch the legs and murder some stuff, but hopefully there'll be a little bit more stuff to mess around with in the future. Especially if you guys pick a fight. I'd love to see how that goes. It'd be very interesting. Oh, in the next session, that is.
Now let's fly the magicianess over the. How many fireballs can you cast?
I can do that once per short rest, but up to twice per day.
Not to use fire. This is not a explode everything event. If you know what I mean. This is more of a create distractions, sneak in, grab stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Which
100%
means
with
if
you.
we are stealing something in the Dragon Beach, we send the Magicianess up to the open shore and just bomb the fuck out of a bunch of ships and get everyone running up there.
Let's workshop that one. I don't know. That would attract a lot of attention.
Yeah, but to the other side of the city.
No, I meant it would attract attention, as in people would start looking for who actually did it, and they would look at new people coming in. I would just say we need to be careful.
True.
I'm wondering whether or not there's capacity to infiltrate the customs and excise, directing them to a particular port, or, we're here to perform a safety check. In fact, they can bribe us not to perform the safety check. Like we can just get on board and go, well, we'll just do a cursory look at the top of the ship and, get an idea of...
What if I offer the Pirate King a magic show? That could be fun.
That'd be hilarious.
We're not going after the king. We're only going after, we're trying to. He's got crazy lieutenants. We're basically trying to nick from one of them. Just as an aside, I'm assuming that the heist then, or the planning of the heist, is going to be the in-person event.
Yeah, correct.
So just be aware of that.
That's right. So have a plan.
I need to go back over my spell list.
The in-person is the 4th of December, yes?
That's it, yeah.
Well, next fortnight.
Perfect.
It better be. I took it off work.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, I was 90% sure. Yeah, I was double checking.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, maybe can you create in the Discord like a text room called the heist, and we can just type stuff in there that to do with the heist.
Absolutely.
It just means that it won't disappear in the Facebook group, all the other things that we sort of share with each other. So if we can all type ideas out on there, or questions, or
into Discord?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So like we're creating a Discord, I don't know what you call it, channel?
Yeah.
A Discord channel room or something called the heist. Like the same as Ambient and...
Yep.
I don't know.
He's in there.
Whatever.
He's in there.
Yeah, that way we can all type out ideas or questions or concerns, or QA each other's ideas in the one area where everybody can, like, all the threads are in the same space, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pop a little bit of info in there now.
Cool.
I pressed the wrong button. Hang on. There we go.
Nice, Jules.
I don't suppose it's like guard schedules and...
No.
You're asking
Not quite.
for a lot.
I still say we turn the boys invisible, and then the ladies just go on as Sterling's angels, like...
Like, that is a definite solid plan B.
Plan B, plan bomb.
Or, like, there's a good chance there'll be plan A. Fuck it.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what we got.
Okay, let's pop a bit of info in here. Alright, so the channel's in there, and there's a little bit of info on the lowdown. So some bits and pieces that might help.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's going to be good. It's going to be some problem solving.